Yo, 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 yo. You back. So you got a little break. Alright. Fucking hot. Hanging up this motherfucker. Hear me. Hit that like button, man. If I ain't put some tags in this video. This Tissa Tells Lies, part 300, 3,276. Whatever the fuck number it is. the compilation. I'm ready to do a Tissa Tells, exposing Tissa Tells like how my man Byron Blake got the 1090 Jake series. You heard me? Yo, cause we got lies for days, yo. Like this shit goes on and on and on and on. Like it's crazy the amount of lies that was told. Robert, what it is? Yeah, they out here still lying, yo. Jane Dale lying, Tisa Tells lying. Hey, yo, matter of fact, that's really what I wanted the title to be. Did y'all hear Jane Dale new reason for beefing with Diddy? Like he got a new reason every day. This nigga blamed Diddy. Matter of fact, I'm gonna play it before we get to Tissa Tells Lies plus times 3,000. Part 3,000. Shalana, what's up? What's up? Charlene, what it is? We got Charlene and Shalana in the building. Yeah, y'all gotta listen to Jane Dale new reason as to why he was a con. What's up, Major? You know I be having fun. She mad as shit. I'm gonna keep fucking with her, man, cause she did lie. And she's still lying. See, that's the thing, yo, when you start lying, yo. When you start lying, you gotta lie again. You understand? It's always easier to just tell the truth. Because a lie deserves what they say? A lie begets another lie. You can't tell the truth. Most people not gonna tell the truth to get out of a lie. They just gonna keep the lie going. And she been doing that shit for so long. Hey, who else but Zayna? Hey Zane, you must be over that bitch. Stick around so you can listen to the lies. Stick around so you can listen to the lies, man. Cause maybe you don't know, you know. But before I get to her lies, we gotta listen to Jane Dale. Listen to this. Yo, Jane Dale say Diddy should hang himself. Yo, that man said Diddy should hang himself, man. God damn. To say something like that about a person. Yo, that must mean, yo, you got some serious, he got some strong feelings. He got some strong feelings toward that brother. But listen to Jane Dale. Listen to Jane Dale reasoning as to why he wanted Diddy hung in the joint. Listen to this shit before we get to Tissa Tells Live.
What direction do you think Diddy should go in when he do get out? Well, you asking me what angle do I think that he should take once he get out of prison, and that could be 10, 15 years from now, it could be 5 years from now. I don't know, bruh. But what I would want him to do is hang himself. Do Epstein.
Yo, the man said he wanted him to hang himself. God damn. Yo, you'd have thought Diddy killed one of his family members. Yo, he want the man to hang himself, yo. This is the guy that people was listening to and thinking he said some real shit. He want him to hang himself. Yo, I don't think I ever said that about a person. Like, God damn. Fucking kidnapped him or something?
That's the way I feel, bro. Like people gonna look at that shit as being harsh, not godlike and everything like that. But I don't love
Man,
my
see to the
enemies.
big women, man.
I don't know what you do to yours, but I don't love my enemies at all. But for you to say he should hang himself, I mean, that's a...
So you lie on him. So that's what he do. He don't love his enemies, so he just lie on them niggas. Like, fuck it, I'm gonna try to sit him in prison. Yo, we living in wild times, y'all. Like, I thought when you had an issue with another man, you address that man directly. You know what I mean? Especially if this somebody you can get to. I thought you addressed that man directly. I didn't know you go on slander campaigns where you wanna send him to prison. Like, yo, that's different, man. I told y'all we living in a different time of society now, yo, where that type of shit it's accepted. It's accepted. Like, people support this fuck shit. But hold up, it get worse. Check him out.
A little extreme. I mean, what did he do for you to feel?
The first time he said his beef with Diddy was how Diddy carried other people. Now he's ready to go into a whole spill about how Diddy, well, how at the Biggie died, he couldn't get a job. But my question would be to Jane Dale is how the fuck is that Diddy fault? If you was bodyguarding Biggie and Biggie died on your watch, you shouldn't be able to get a job. You understand? Like, yo, make it make sense though, y'all. If I pay for a service, right, and I employ Jane Dale, and one of my homeboys got killed when he supposed to have been protecting us, I'm not gonna then employ Jane Dale again. Like, nigga, you failed, nigga. But for some reason, he's blaming Diddy for this.
Like that. Bruh,
what's up, Ty?
I never really discussed the fact that...
Worry about theft of your mail and packages?
Yo, have anybody seen Jaguar Wright?
Discuss the fact...
Yo, every live, yo, we gotta ask for Jaguar Wright. Yo, somebody need to do a wellness check on Jaguar Wright because I don't know where she is. You know, she was on the internet every day, all day. Now, she just abruptly stopped. Like, somebody need to check on her. Last time I talked to my sources, they said they called and she's not taking no calls. So, might gotta be a welfare check done on Jaguar Wright, y'all.
That, my issues with my job.
I told her, or the last live, I just told her, if you see it, just say don't jump. She gonna know exactly what you mean. Her, we ain't say her. We ain't saying Chopper. We don't know where the fuck Chopper went at. They might be together. Who knows?
With nobody. You understand? Because people don't realize is that... Let me sit up in this a little bit. You know, I know people gonna say what they want to say. People don't realize this, brother.
This nigga crazy.
It's a lot of shit that happened with us. As far as when you go do a security job and you willing to die for somebody. We was in situations that I could have lost my life. Protected him. But that's what I'm getting paid for. You understand what I'm saying? That's why I'm there. That's why I'm one of the lead dudes in the crew. When he was with the same.
Why else would you be there? Nigga, what the fuck, nigga want to hang with you because y'all was friends. Nigga, you was there to provide a service, nigga. Wait, hold up. We ain't done with him.
Gang, when I'm working for Tim Dog, Buck Naked, when I'm working for Uptown Records, wherever I'm working at, you know what I'm saying? I'm always one of the same guys, one of the lead dudes doing the security stuff. When me and Puff sat down and we decided that I was going to have my own contract, I said to dude, whatever you do, whatever go down, you don't know me. We bet. Cool. You understand what I'm saying? It might be situations like that, but you don't know me. When Big got murdered, the FBI at my job, the LAPD LAPD at my job. I lose my job. Do you understand what I'm saying?
Hey, yo.
Now I gotta fight for my job back.
So, hold on, yo.
Puff ain't never give me a dime.
So, what is he saying that... Is he saying Diddy told on him? Like, yo, if you working for a company that provides a service and somebody dies, I'm pretty sure that Diddy didn't have to contact them and say, yo, Jane Dale was the head of my security and Biggie got murdered, so y'all gotta I don't think it works that way. Like, maybe I'm tripping, but I would have thought that they would automatically know that you was supposed to be bodyguarding Biggie and Biggie got killed. I don't see how he's blaming. What's the con for this?
And I don't think I was supposed to ask him for it either. It's only the right thing to do. But I didn't say nothing else. I ain't saying nothing. I did what I was supposed to do as a man. Do you understand what I'm saying? If I start crying, what the fucking baby gonna do, bro?
Well,
so I got odd jobs until I fight my case. You understand?
What's up, Tony?
Won my case.
What's up, Chase?
But every time somebody bring up something, every time I go through arbitration about something, they bring this bad boy thing up. Because you got to understand, they came and told my job, your officer was working security in California, and he witnessed a murder of arguably one of the top rappers at that time.
So the feds fucked them over.
The New York State Division of Parole at that time had just got a lawsuit because of discrimination. It was basically a white agency. So they start bringing black young talent in to deal with the parolees because they didn't have that at first. You understand? So now, me getting that report and his people.
You understand? You see what I'm saying, Robert? Yo, Biggie died on you. Yo, you shouldn't get another job. Like, yo, these niggas is crazy. Biggie died on his watch. You shouldn't get another job, bro. That should be the end of your career. But for some reason, he's blaming Diddy. This is why. Yo, that's why he knows bull. Like, yo, this can't be the reason. See, yo, sometimes, yo, you just gotta listen to people talk, yo, and go with what makes sense. There is no way this is the reason that you coming at the Diddy. Nah, yo, you a disgruntled employee, nigga. That's all the fuck that is. Just like the rest of them. Disgruntled. Thought he was supposed to get something that he didn't deserve, and now he upset. Cause this doesn't make sense, y'all. To me, yo, when shit don't make sense, I just don't believe it. I ain't believing shit that don't make sense. There's no way that, like, I would have automatically thought I wasn't getting another job. A nigga died on my watch. I'm a fucking security guard. Nigga died on my watch. Career's over. It was fun while it lasted. Like, yo, what the fuck is you talking about? Like, hold on, let me continue.
The FBI, the LAPD, about me, put a ugly light on my head with the agency. You could call in. Hey, Gene Deal stepped on my toe and he ain't said excuse me. Suspend me. And the first thing they'll bring up in the reports is the incident about Bad Boy. My lawyer told him on like the third arbitration hearing, why do y'all keep bringing this Bad Boy thing up? And he did this and he did that to try to mess with the arbitrator.
Bitch ass probably ran. Yo,
y'all can't
let
do
me
that.
find out. Let me find out G Deal ran, man. Yo, do anybody know the circumstances around Biggie death and Jane Deal? Did this nigga run? That's all I want to know. If he ran, yo, we ain't gotta listen no more. You hit that like button. You only got 8 likes, 73 people, man. Subscribe to the channel if you're new. Must be a lot of new people here. Yo, did Jane Deal run when shots got to firing? Man, let me know in the comments, man. We might gotta look into that next time I get a chance. He lucky motherfucker ain't get with his ass. Hold up, check him out though. He ain't finished. The fuck?
But they do it anyway, because they are allowed to. Then I can handle me. I'll go out and get a job. I'll shovel for a living. But they put stipulations in where you can't work at a certain hour, certain time. Things change, bruh. I never fought this dude for me. I fought because of what he was doing to other people.
Yo, see? That's how you know that don't make sense. He just went on a whole spill about basically accusing Diddy of the reason he can't work security no more. But then come back with, well, I didn't start this because of me. I started this because he did this shit to other people. Man, get the fuck out of here, yo. Who the fuck does that? Who the fuck goes on a whole slander campaign? Nigga ain't do you wrong. He just did everybody else wrong. Everybody else ain't saying shit. But shit, I got the courage to speak. Man, this nigga's a fucking bozo. Yo, but people starting to notice he a bozo. Like when you go to the comments, like you know you got the dummies that say, yo, Jane Dale's so real. But when you go to the comments under those, niggas like that real like how? This nigga's a fucking clown. Lying and shit. We gonna get the Tisa. That lying
And
ass.
I don't understand why it's so hard. I don't understand why it's so hard that you know he said some negative shit about somebody and they lost their life. With Wolf. A dude that sit around and collect money for him to make sure that he was good. This dude dies after he went to talk to Puff. With Puff supposed to do something for him and he didn't do it.
So he accusing Diddy of getting Wolf killed. Like, yo, this is the shit that he been doing the whole time. And then come back and say, well, you know, I ain't never really say nothing that can get him locked up. You know, I just was going off what I heard. Like, yo, this nigga's wild, man. He's a wild ass nigga, man.
Crushing Wolf mother.
I see, Mac. I see
talking
it.
crazy to her.
Nobody
if Wolf
trusts
was
him no
alive,
more.
Puff would be dead.
Whoa, jeez.
Because he either beat the shit out of him to death or did something to him. So it's not necessarily he did something directly to me. Do you understand what I'm saying? Which he did do some things to me. Because if you...
So he ain't do nothing to me, but he did do some things to me. Like, yo, I was starting to question this whole platform. It's all the deal, all the dialogue, nigga. Like, yo, bring somebody up there that's gonna speak the real and stop dibbling dabbling in this nonsense. Yo, keep bringing these guys up here to make wild claims. Don't know shit about the trial. Diddy a federal informant. Now Diddy is a federal informant. Now, this is the narrative now, y'all. They never really wanted to prosecute the case. You know, they never wanted to prosecute it. Diddy's working for the feds. Diddy, these are narratives I've heard in the last couple of days. Diddy had information that he wasn't trying to release, so that's when they came down on him. Like, yo, just admit you was wrong, bro. God damn, like, yo, it's much easier. Yo, it's much easier to just say, yo, I got it wrong. You know, I let my emotions get the best of me. You know, I really wanted him. I really wanted him in prison for the rest of his life. That's just what I wanted. You know, so I was gonna, you know, I was trying to, you know, convince people that that's what he deserved.
So my livelihood, where I got to go out to Miami and bodyguard Scott Storch. I got to work in nightclubs now. I got to get my hustle on to take care of my family. Then, bro, you wrong. You wrong.
Yo, that's just like a cop. Yo, like that's how that works. That's like a cop that discharges firearm by mistake and kill somebody. Yo, you're not gonna be a police officer no more. You might can go do some security. You know what I mean? You can't work for the Brinks truck no more. You know, that shit is over. You might can work at the motherfucking middle school doing security or something. So basically what happened is after Biggie died, he had to resort to, to bounce outside the club. Yeah, he probably took his gun. Yeah. That's why the Biggie died. Yo, he had to be a bouncer now, man. He couldn't do security no more. Security days is over. But they still let him be a bouncer outside. The ones to check your ID and say, no, you good. Let them in. Yeah, that's what Jane Dale did. But how is that Diddy fault, man? You feel me? Like, yeah, man, you can work at the middle school, you know? But I don't see how this is Diddy fault. It's your fault, my nigga. Should have did a better job that night, man. Maybe Biggie would have still been here, man. If Jane Dale, man, fuck, we keep blaming Diddy. Jane Dale the reason Biggie did. Fuck, it ain't Suge Knight. It ain't Tupac. We blaming Jane Dale. We changing the narrative. Jane Dale got Biggie killed, man. Straight up. We standing on it. We standing on it. If Jane Dale would have did a better job that night, Biggie would have still been rapping. But since he was somewhere hiding and shit, you know what I mean? Talking about his gun was on safety, then it's his fault.
Dude been wrong for a long time on a whole lot of situations. And he know it. So you ask me, what he do to me? He did a lot of shit. As far as fucking up the agreement that we had. That caused me all the turmoil in the job that I went to school for, a job that I trained for, a job that I worked. You know how many times they came to me telling me to quit my job?
How many times, Jane?
And become security for Bad Boy?
Let us know how many times was it.
Yo, Jane, we'll give 75,000. I make that in my base. What is you talking about? So, I don't know how you gonna put that together, brother.
You can't.
But I didn't deserve the shit that he did to me. And I damn sure didn't deserve none of the shit he caused from Big Death, from Wolf Death, and being around.
No, fuck that, y'all. Jane Dale the reason Biggie did, y'all. Fuck that. We changing the narrative. Jane Dale, it ain't Diddy fault. It's Jane Dale fault. Yes, was there Diddy wasn't the bodyguard that night. In the movie, The Bodyguard, right? If Kevin Costner, if Whitney Houston would have got murdered, it'd have been Kevin Costner's fault, right? Y'all seen the movie The Bodyguard, right? You know, it's a classic, man. If Kevin Costner didn't do a great job, Whitney Houston died, it'd have been his fault. So, being as though Jane Dale was scheduled to bodyguard Biggie, then it's his fault. Like, I don't understand how is he blaming, how is this Diddy fault? Yo, they didn't need Diddy to go to the security company and say, look, we had Jane Dale. They already knew. They know who they got assigned to who. They already knew that when shots got to flying. Now, him running and hiding, I don't know how they got that information. You know, maybe we just made that up. But at the end of the day, he died on your watch, bro. It's not Diddy's fault. Can't blame Diddy for that, my nigga. Can't blame Diddy for that. Yeah, well, let's get to Tisa Tells line next. This is Tisa Tells Lies 3076. Because she done told about that many lies in the last couple years. So
your car's getting older, but your insurance is not getting cheaper.
Tisa Tells.
Look, both my cars were made before 2020.
The name of this live is Tisa Tells, Break Silence, Address All the Rumors, End Fights, What Really Happened. Yeah, y'all gotta hear this shit. This shit is too funny. You know the funny thing about it? I like Tissa Tells. If Tissa Tells start telling the truth, she'd be a hell of a fucking journalist. But being as though she be dwelling in lies, it's like, god damn, Tisa, if you just sprinkle a little bit of truth in there. All we asking is just sprinkle some truth in there. Like, just a little bit. Like, you ain't there gotta be totally truthful. Man, what it is. You ain't gotta be totally truthful. You can just be truthful a little bit. You feel me? Like, god damn. Yo, because now she's trying to say, oh no, this was just my opinion. Nah, fuck no. No. No, no, no. Maybe some of it was her opinion, but she told blatant lies, like falsehoods, like misled thousands, probably millions. That's why she one of the reasons why people thought it was gonna be kids in the case. All you gotta do is go to our titles. Bombshell. Diddy defense team struggles. Prosecutors closed case on Rico. Like, yo, wild ass titles that was totally opposite of the testimony.
Hey, I heard you guys were looking for me. Hi. I heard they had stories. This. Okay, first of all, hi, my name is Tisa. I am a thorough informant. I decided to come clean. Here is my employee ID. Can you guys see that? Here's my employee ID, and I want to thank all the YouTube sleuths and content creators that got that together. Again, I want to come clean. Here is my employee ID.
Ain't nothing wrong with being opinionated, but she don't tell the truth. Like, yo, the way she deliver her news to her audience, or the way she read paperwork and deliver it, especially with this Diddy case, like, yo, that shit was all lies. It was all lies. Like, it was a total misrepresentation of the paperwork, because we read the same paperwork. You understand what I'm saying? You can watch some of the videos I did on the same paperwork that Tisa Tells did, and it's going to be a total different narrative. Total different narrative.
As you can clearly see, I work for the FBI branch of the YouTube, and this is my employee ID. It's time I clean.
She didn't, Angelica. I think that's what it say. She didn't. She lied. She told y'all it was kids in Diddy case. Y'all not remember? She told y'all it was kids in Diddy case. The people that follow Keep It G News, we knew it wasn't no kids in Diddy case. We knew it like months ago, like probably in fucking January or November, December. Like, we knew it wasn't kids in Diddy case. People, I used to argue with people. People used to call me pedophiles. You're a woman abuser and all these. I'm like, yo, what is y'all? Yo, where y'all getting this information from? There's nowhere in no documents that say it's kids in this case. At the time, it was only one victim. She knew this, just like I knew this. But she didn't report it as such. She didn't do great journalism. She fucking lied. And she's not taking accountability for it.
Listen, what is going on? Let me just say this, okay? I've been chilling. I've been by the pool. Y'all see the tan. I have been barbecuing. I have been minding my own business. The Diddy trial was a circus. But can I also say I have been entertained? I have been entertained just having a key, eating my cherries, eating my watermelon, floating around, and having a key. My family has been having a key too, out of all the lies and rumors.
I know she did probably quote a couple of our videos. I know she did quote the video where I put in the freak off. Yo, we gonna get her a freak off, y'all. That ain't over. Like, it's still on the table. She keep denying it. You know, this type of game she played on. You know, she'll lie to y'all, but then on the back end, she be on some more other shit. Yo, we gonna get Tisa Tells a freak off with Diddy before it's all said and done. I'm gonna tell y'all about it.
That have been circulating about me. But you know what? I am going to address everyone and give you guys a little background about what actually happened at the trial. Because unlike a lot of people, I was there from the beginning. A lot of content creators.
Yo, I'm glad y'all here. So I'm glad we got some Tisa Tells. What did she tell the truth about? Opinionated. What did she tell the truth about? Name one thing. You watch her a lot. For the people that watch her, name one thing she told the truth about. And I'm gonna tell you what really happened. Catherine. No, what did she tell the truth about? I can name a million lies. Tell me what she told the truth about. No, she didn't. Yo, she lied about the freak offs. One of the biggest lies in Diddy case was confusing the freak offs with the parties. It wasn't never the Diddy parties. She told y'all it was gonna be other celebrities involved. She told y'all Diddy. So look, she lied about the freak offs and the parties. So that's two lies. She lied and said Diddy was gonna snitch. That's another lie. She lied and said Diddy was going to cop a plea deal. That's another lie. She lied and said it was kids in the case. That's another lie. Like, do I gotta continue? Do I gotta continue? She fucking lied throughout the whole trial, man. What is wrong with y'all, man? Hey, Ashley, how they not lies? It's in paperwork. It's in paperwork. No, but I'm going to the coming home one. Like you made. I'm going to the coming home party. Straight up. Cause Diddy parties is not Diddy freak offs. Diddy freak offs with his girlfriends. I've been saying that shit for 7 months. See, y'all are the same. Y'all are the people that went into this trial thinking it was kids involved. Y'all went to the situation thinking it was kids involved. No, she didn't predict wrong. She lied, man. What is wrong with? She didn't predict wrong. It was paperwork saying it wasn't no kids. It was paperwork saying that the tapes came from Cassie. It was paperwork saying that Cassie enjoyed the freak off. Did she report any of that? Did she tell y'all? I did a video in January and told y'all Cassie enjoyed the freak offs. How did I know that? I wasn't at the party. I don't got no inside connection to Diddy. How did I know in January? Let me show y'all this. Let me show you. I'm glad y'all here. Let me show y'all something. She told y'all Tony Busby was credible. She told y'all Tony Busby was credible. Y'all don't remember that? Y'all don't remember Tony Busby drops bombshell lawsuit. Da-da-da-da-da. Tony Busby lawsuits is lies. Like, what do you... let me show y'all something. Look at this. Look at this. Y'all see that title? Hold up. Let me look at this. January 15th. 9 sex tapes revealed Cassie enjoyed freak offs. January 16th. January 16th. So when you heard the testimony, if you was watching Keep It G News, when you heard the testimony, you'd have been like, I mean, we already knew that. We wasn't surprised over here. All of y'all that watched Tisa Tells, y'all was surprised. Y'all was surprised. Hold up. What else I got in here? I'm just saying, y'all. It wasn't no kids. It wasn't no kids in the case. Like y'all talking about she missed. No, she lied, man. Like why y'all just won't accept it? Like I know it's hard to admit when you've been lied to, man. What's up, Peaches? I know I know. Yo, what the fuck is y'all talking about? Like, yo, y'all tripping. Do y'all know that Ariel Mitchell is getting sued for $50 million? Before we get to Tissa Towers, let's go to this. Do y'all remember this interview? Let's go to this. Let me show y'all something that the Tissa Towers might have missed intentionally. Ariel Mitchell, Banfield.
Ariel Mitchell Banfield.
Look at this. Listen to this. This whole interview is a lie.
Kim knew I was a
Listen to this.
kids insist is fake.
Whole interview is a lie.
Courtney Burgess told his story on a podcast before he told the grand jury today, and after he told the grand jury, and I mean immediately after, he booked it over to my set, and he and his attorney talked to me. I should tell you that he was very limited
Now
in
look,
how much detail.
this was in paperwork, right? You see how he said he talked to the grand jury? So let me tell y'all what happened. It's in paperwork. She's being sued for 50 million. Him and her is being sued for $50 million for this shit. These people went on interview after interview after interview talking about Diddy was molesting children. They had these tapes. So you know what happened? The federal government raided his house, subpoenaed him in the court. Know what happened when they went to court? They produced nothing. They produced nothing. Tissa Towers reported on this. But she didn't report when the truth came out. She just reported this. Listen to these wild allegations.
He could go into about his testimony. And because the 8 people in the videos, the 8 celebrities.
Yo, what you mean what lying got to do to me? What you mean, yo? What the fuck? Y'all don't mind being lied to? Yo, y'all don't mind being lied to? Would you let somebody lie to you in real life and still support them? Like, yo, y'all is fucking crazy, man. The white D-Hog, the white person meeting. I told you that shit is one Sunday. You know what I mean? One Sunday a month. It's next Sunday, man. Next Sunday we gonna have a white person meeting. Make sure you be there. She reports multiple times a day. What do you mean? Did she report this? I know she's lying. What the fuck is you talking about? I know she's lying. This was a lie. If she reported this and didn't report the truth, that she lied. But check it out.
Of sex crimes, we know who they are, but we will not be naming them.
Listen
Famous or
Hold on.
not.
Listen to this.
My set, and he and his attorney, 4 kids insist is fake. Courtney Burgess told his story on a podcast before he told the grand jury today, and after he told the grand jury, and I mean immediately after, he booked it over to my set, and he and his attorney talked to me. I should tell you that he was very limited in how much detail he could go into about his testimony. And because the 8 people in the videos, the 8 celebrities in the videos were allegedly victims of sex crimes, we know who they are, but we will not be naming them, famous or not. Here now is my conversation with Courtney Burgess and Ariel Mitchell, who's his attorney, beginning with the question of whether the participants in the video even knew they were being recorded.
Oh, this is live.
Were there any cameras in places where you'd assume privacy, like bathrooms?
Yeah, well, I've never been in this house, but the picture, yes. That's what took place.
So, you remember the narrative that Diddy be secretly recording people? That was a lie. Tissa Towers said that on her page. I watched it. That was a lie. Diddy got cameras everywhere. He secretly recorded. See, this is the shit that y'all was fed, and it was all lies. Nothing never came out where anybody was secretly recorded. Anywhere in that trial, did you hear anybody being secretly recorded? No.
You're aware of surreptitious cameras that were recording in private places like bathrooms.
I didn't see the cameras. You could tell how the person was angled. I knew that it was a camera there because I was there. You know, I wasn't there. I don't know if the person was too tall, he was holding it or whatever, but I wasn't there.
May I ask you this, Courtney, and Ariel, you can jump in on this as well, but I want to hear from Courtney first. Your home was raided by federal authorities, and I assume it is because of this material. Is that true?
I wouldn't say that. They just went to every one of them looking for me. They said, the paperwork said the 24th, that I had to be there the 28th.
Are you sure you know what? Hey, Catherine, you been lied to, man. You been lied to, man. Just accept it. God damn, like I can't believe this, man. I'm ready to start lying too. Like I said, my sources told me that Diddy and Tisa Tells are in negotiation for a freak off. If I was to tell y'all that, right, and I was to say these are credible sources, you know, these are my legal sources. They close to the situation. Would y'all believe me? If I told y'all that my sources told me that Diddy and Tisa Tells is in negotiation for a 3-day Wild King Nights, this is what my sources said. Man, Tisa got the same sources. So my sources is telling me this. And then it don't come true, then what? Would I have lied? Or did I just get bad information? Or maybe I ain't got no sources. Maybe I just made it up. But how do you determine that? Cause that's what the fuck Tisa Tells me doing. What's up, Jill? Talking about her sources. Her legal sources was some shit. If you talking about legal sources, your legal sources ain't no shit because Keep It G News was saying the whole time that this shit was phony. Man, make freak offs great again, man. Straight up. We bring it, man. When Diddy come, he bringing freak offs back. Tisa Tells, you in there? I mean that shit. Well, at least that's what my sources told me.
8th, and then it was the 27th. I can't make it there. That's tomorrow. So I don't know.
She lied and said it was kids it was kids involved. That's the first lie. That was the biggest lie. She said it was kids involved. She lied and said Diddy was snitching. She lied and said Diddy was taking a plea deal. She lied and said Diddy was done. Like, what the fuck? What did she... Stop asking me what did she lie about and tell me what she told the truth about. Because I think she lied about every goddamn thing. What did she tell the truth about? I ain't going to the freak off. Tisa Tells going. Tisa going. I ain't going to motherfucking freak off. Tisa going though. We gonna make it happen for her. I think that's all she want. You know what I mean? Like y'all think, I think that's really all she want. Out the deals is a freak off. Wild King Nights, one of them 3-day joints, 5 sex workers. I think that's all she really want for real. That's just my opinion from my sources.
From the look of it, was 4 days.
And I want to be specific. When we talk about a raid, we're talking about when a subpoena is served for documents, a search warrant, or an arrest warrant. In this situation, Mr. Burgess was not in any way, shape, or form had a search warrant or an arrest warrant issued for him. It was just them serving a subpoena. So when the federal government needs to serve a subpoena, they use the Marshal Service to come to all of your residences if you have more than one residence. So in this situation, they sent marshals to all of Mr. Burgess's residences.
What the fuck you mean? Wow. Weird, man. Because I say Tisa Tells want to freak off? The fuck? Cassie wanted it? You think motherfuckers don't want freak offs? Cassie wanted it. Jane Doe wanted it. Tisa Tells, I think she wanted it. You know, she's still on the fence. But we gonna get to the bottom of it before he come home. I don't understand what's weird about it. Hey, what the fuck? Yo, what do you say? Hey, why the fuck? Why am I ignorant? I don't understand, man. Because I'm telling y'all the truth. Yo, people do not want the truth, y'all. If I was over this bitch telling y'all that Diddy was done and Diddy raped Justin Bieber. He raped Usher. Y'all be in this bitch snack. Y'all be in this bitch cash apping me, super chatting. Yeah, I mean, if I told y'all that Diddy got Kim Porter killed, y'all be over this bitch. Keep it G. I fuck with you, man. You the realest on YouTube. Whole time I'm lying like a motherfucker. Whole time lying like a bitch. It ain't no evidence that Diddy did anything to Kim Porter. Kim Porter had pneumonia. Pneumonia can kill you, man. Kim Porter was sick days before she died. But if I was over this bitch telling you that, yo, Diddy had to kill, she was ready to write a book. Y'all be like, man, yo, I knew it. I knew Diddy was, I felt it in my soul. Man, we gonna get in that freak off. Yo, ain't no victims. Yo, the only, Cassie was a victim of domestic abuse. I don't laugh about that. You understand? Cassie wasn't a victim of sex trafficking. She wasn't a victim of sex trafficking. Y'all like, yo, what is wrong with y'all, man? I'm glad y'all here though. Cause I've been looking for y'all. You know what I mean? I've been looking for all you TC Tell supporters. Because back when I was telling y'all 7 months ago that these people was lying, y'all was doing the same thing. Now y'all see these people was lying, and y'all is still doing the same thing. Like, yo, this is amazing. Yo, this, like, I never thought we'd see this type of day, yo, where a motherfucker can lie, and people just still support it. People just still believe it. So what y'all think Diddy Ray get 20 years too? How much time Diddy Ray get? How much time is Diddy Ray get, Catherine? And she lying. Right. You see what I'm saying? The Lakota? That's the dumb shit. That's the lies. Yo, Diddy maximum. Diddy guidelines is 20 to 27 months. That's it. His guidelines is 20 to 27 months. Diddy ain't paying me shit. I'm a truth seeker. I don't need no motherfucking payment from motherfucking Diddy. That's some shit she doing to try to sway the narrative. Oh, the people they getting paid by Diddy. Well, who the fuck is paying her? Getting paid by the motherfucking Diddy. I tell the truth for free. Yo, Diddy fuck around get time served, man. Diddy is a 0-point offender. Yo, the federal government has a point system, and it goes by your charge, it goes by your criminal history. Like Diddy is not ready to do no 20 years. Anybody telling you Diddy ready to do 20 years or 10 years or 15 years, y'all need to unsubscribe because they lying. You see what they lying, and that's what I'm saying. This information is out there. If you want to know the truth, seek the information. Don't just get on this bitch and just say some old wild shit. They're saying there was children involved. There's a video of Diddy taking Usher, the flavor can. So what the fuck does that mean? So that mean he sexually abused them? That mean he sexually abused them?
Somehow construed or understood or turned into a raid, but he did not face a raid. It was just to serve him a subpoena. Ariel, do you believe that the subpoenas were issued and executed based on the federal authorities' knowledge that these flash drives existed and had this kind of compromising material? I think it was based on statements that Mr. Burgess made in a process.
The flash drives never existed. Like, this video has 3.2 million views. Look, can y'all see that? I know it's backwards. This video has 3.2 million views. This is all lies. All lies. There's no flash drives. There's no Kim Porter memoir that he had. There's no videos that he's seen where it was children being molested and raped by Diddy. There's no none of that. And know how I know that? And how Tissa should have known that? because Diddy filed a lawsuit suing them for $50 million for these lies. Tissa Tells pushed these same lies. She pushed the same lies. It's a lawsuit suing them for $50 fucking million because no nothing. But they lied on the platform and said they gave it to the feds.
Prior interview. And those statements include descriptions of what the witness says he saw on those tapes. So I asked him about that, and he answered what he could, given the limitations imposed on him after testifying before the grand jury.
Now they try and give it credibility. Yo, he didn't have no limits imposed on him by the grand jury because he went to the grand jury and produced nothing. He went to the grand jury and produced nothing. How I know? Because it's in paperwork. It's in paperwork that he produced nothing.
Mr. Burgess made in a prior interview. And those statements include descriptions of what the witness says he saw on those tapes. So I asked him about that, and he answered what he could, given the limitations imposed on him after testifying before the grand jury. Out of those 8 videos, 8 celebrities, 6 men and 2 women, how many of those 8 celebrities were close to being underage or potentially underage?
2 males.
Female. And of those 8 celebrities, how many of them were intoxicated or under the influence of drugs? This is going to be all speculation. I just want to preface it by he wouldn't know if they were. Right. Sure. Appear to be. Let me rephrase it. Based on, yes. Understand. Out of the 8 celebrities who were recorded having intimate relations with Sean Combs, how many of them appeared to be either inebriated or intoxicated or under the influence of drugs?
All of them. All of them.
Out of those 8, how many appear to be potentially victimized? How many might have been victimizing?
I think all. To be honest, all.
Were victims or were perpetrating?
Victims.
They were all 8 were victimized.
Yeah,
meaning
victim.
This was happening to them and they were inebriated.
Right. Not knowing, I guess, how much proof it was in it, what they was doing.
And of those 8, how many seemed to be potentially minors?
2 to 3, possibly 3.
Yo.
2 to 3. Also,
That's a lie. Everything he said was a lie. Tissa Tells reported on this. She said the same shit. So when y'all ask me where did she lie at, this was the biggest lie told. This was the biggest lie told. And I know it was a lie because I did videos on it. I can read it. Matter of fact, since y'all here, we gotta go back and read that shit before we get to Tissa Tells. Hopefully I got time. Let me read this shit to y'all. Now on my page, we already went through this a few times, but it's like it's a lot of new people here. So y'all need to see this. Y'all need to hear it for yourself. What's this? Oh, all right. Listen to this. What the fuck that shit was? January? Let's find this. February. So, Diddy got superseded in January. Diddy sues Courtney Burgess. So look, we got this information January 22nd. Can y'all see that? January 22nd. Diddy sues Burgess. Listen to this. They was clout chasing Peaches. Listen to this. I'm gonna read this to y'all real quick. Let me find the part that I want to get to. It's a on the broadcast, Burgess falsely claimed that Miss Porter enlisted the help of a music industry mutual acquaintance to put her files in Burgess' hands. Specifically, Burgess claims that this individual called Burgess and told him, "I got something for you. Kim told me to give you something." So let me show y'all this so y'all can see that I am reading. You see that? So y'all, because I don't want y'all to think I'm Tissa Towels. Um, damn, what the fuck I missing? All right, let's go back. Burgess has never met Mr. Combs and has never had any relationship with anyone in Mr. Combs' family. Nevertheless, Burgess has claimed on multiple occasions that Kim Porter, the mother of his 4 children with Mr. Combs, who died in 2018, provided him with a copy of her memoir and videos depicting Mr. Combs sexually assaulting inebriated celebrities and minors. Those close to Miss Porter, including her children and her roommate for over 20 years, had never heard of Mr. Burgess before he made this utterly implausible and completely false claim. Yet Burgess made this false claim numerous times to the press and in social media appearances. In one such interview broadcast October 31st, 2024 on the Atwood Unleashed YouTube channel, Burgess elaborated on his false claim that he received these materials directly from Kim Porter. Host Sean Atwood, whose YouTube channel boasts 946,000 subscribers, upon information and belief, numerous subscribers in New York City, as Burgess, upon information and belief, must have known, introduced Burgess as in one interview by noting that he has certainly been making waves on the internet. Atwood also noted that we have had so much interest in this one and promised to get down with some crazy things that Courtney has personally experienced. On the broadcast, Burgess falsely claimed that Miss Porter enlisted the help of a music industry mutual acquaintance to put files in Burgess' hands. Specifically, Burgess claimed that this individual called Burgess and told him, "I got something for you. Kim told me to give you something. She got something she wants you to work with." Burgess went on to claim, again falsely, that the same individual later met with Burgess in New York and delivered to him the first of several flash drives containing the memoirs and videos that Kim Porter supposedly intended for him to have, even though, according to Burgess, Miss Porter had no more than a passing acquaintance with Burgess. During the interview, Atwood posted still images that he, his co-host Tammy Schofield, and Burgess insinuated had come from the video that Burgess falsely claimed Kim Porter had provided to him. They described one as depicting Justin Bieber, a famous recording artist, kissing an unidentified male. Atwood asked, "Is this picture legit?" Burgess responded, yes, definitely." Schofield ventured a guess as to the identity of the unidentified male, speculating that it's one of those music execs because, allegedly, a lot of those guys, that's what they're in. They're weirdos like the rest of them. Having labeled all music industry executives as weirdos, Schofield then asked Burgess, "How freaked out were you the first time you got to look at these images? Shock or what?" Burgess responded that he was freaked out because my daughter was a listener of Justin Bieber. You understand? Burgess stated that Bieber was a child at the time. Burgess characterized Bieber as a victim who loved it, loved being treated like that. And that's what happens when you're a kid. Burgess went on to compare Mr. Combs to Lucifer, claiming Mr. Combs, like Lucifer, destroyed bodies. He destroyed careers. He could get you where you want to be, but you're going to have to give up the back end. Burgess and Atwood and Schofield also commented on images that appeared to depict Mr. Combs with his arm around an adult woman's shoulder. Despite the absence of any indication in the image of untoward conduct, Burgess suggested that the woman was underage. I think she's about 18 right there. She looks about 18. Following up on Burgess' comments, Schofield falsely suggested that the photograph evidenced sexual misconduct with minors. Yeah, it's just it's disturbing how the number of people who appear to be underage in all of these things. I think they're probably what we're going to see on these superseding indictments. Never seen it. It gotta be, man. It just keep coming back to the underage thing again and again and again. It's terrifying. Burgess and Schofield statement about these images on Atwood Unleashed broadcast was specifically and maliciously attempted to convince viewers falsely that Burgess possessed and Atwood Schofield had seen evidence that Mr. Combs had engaged in sexual abuse of celebrities and minors, even though they knew those claims were false when they made them. On the same broadcast, Burgess insinuated falsely that talking about Mr. Combs in the fake memoir and the video put his life in danger. Burgess also described his efforts to market the fake memoir on Amazon.com. All right, so let's get to the part where, all right, Ariel Mitchell, all the lies she told. Um, Presumably referencing Burgess or one of his affiliates, Mitchell continued, one particular person contacted me to shop a particular video that we're in possession of, and to contact the person who was in the video to see if they were interested in purchasing the video before it became public knowledge. Mitchell described the request as a catch and kill and stated that Mr. Combs was in the tape. And the other person was, I would venture to say, more high profile than Mr. Combs. Mitchell falsely confirmed that the video exists, that it's real, that the other person in the video was very visible. It's no question if the person in the video is no question if it's the person in the video. And I can tell you that the video is pornographic in nature. With no evidentiary support, the News Nation host, speaking about Mr. Combs' home, then said to Mitchell, it sounds like there were probably a lot of hidden cameras as well. We just watched that. Mitchell falsely claimed this and then further stated, based on her review of the supposed false evidence, it doesn't seem like the person knows they're being videotaped. It's like they're being surreptitiously recorded. These statements were false. Mitchell never possessed pornographic images involving Mr. Combs and any other celebrity, was never able to confirm the existence of any such video of Mr. Combs, was never in possession to confirm that any celebrity was surreptitiously recorded in a sex act with Mr. Combs, and thus recklessly disregarded that her statements were false when she made them. Like, yo, come on, man. Get the fuck out of here, man. Tissa Tells knew this. I did a video on this in January. So you ask what she lied about, I would say fucking every goddamn thing. Cause she reported on this lie. And once she reported on the lie, she didn't come back and fix the lie once the truth was exposed.
I was there from the beginning. A lot of content creators were, and I noticed they are the ones being quiet, but being quiet because they're not haters, right? But I was there from the beginning, and I'm going to actually give y'all, wait, can y'all hear? I'm sorry. I'm going to
Nice reading off a
actually give
teleprompter.
y'all what actually happened, okay? And I'm going to address it all in order, which means I'm just going to jump around. But first of all, right? The key. It was a key. First of all, let me just say this. Title tells, I saw y'all out there windmilling for me in the streets. We are family, and you don't play about me just like I don't play about y'all, right? I do not play about y'all, and y'all don't play about me. I saw y'all in the streets windmilling. But you guys, let me just say this. You guys, I am fine. Listen, what happened in the courthouse? What nobody worry, y'all. If you didn't know, because a lot of people are making up this thing because I'm silent. They think, baby, my man kept 2 armed guards on me the entirety of the court case. And
y'all want to see what Tissa Tells' husband is? Nah, I ain't gonna show y'all. Here, Tissa Tells is a real estate agent. She's she does notary, and that's what her husband is. Look like he's a wild ass nigga for real. For lack of a better word. Oh yeah, wild ass nigga. Hold up. I'm gonna show y'all who he is. Since she'll never show y'all. Nah, I ain't gonna show y'all. Cause they'll try to, motherfuckers be. Nah, I ain't gonna do that. But he look like the type that he just getting ran all over top of. I'm gonna say that.
my man kept 2 armed guards on me the entirety of the court case. And
Yeah, but why does she need 2 armed guards? Tisa tells, from what I understand, was the only person that had armed guards. Nah, Lakota. But you should be buying by the truth. You know what I mean? Alright, okay. I know we was on it early. We was telling everybody it was lies early. But say you got on late. Once the paperwork came out, nah man, cause they might try to say I'm you know how that shit be. They might try to say I'm what the fuck you call that shit? Um Doxing. You know what I mean? I ain't trying to dox her. Let me see. I fucking y'all gonna get me in trouble, man. Hold on. I'm gonna show y'all who he is. I'm gonna cover his name. So this is Sarah's husband right here. That's her husband right there. Look like he mixed. Just like she is mixed. Yeah, this him right here. Look like he mixed. Look like he'd go for anything. She probably runs over top of him, disrespects him, take all his money. Yeah, man. One of them niggas. Yeah, one of them guys. But yeah, that's y'all. Man, you already know her, bro. You know she carry. That's why she able to do that shit. A real nigga would have never stood on for some of the shit she be doing. If that was my girl, I'd have told to shut the fuck up. God damn. Like let the man fight the case. Shit. You feel me? Like you out this bitch lying and shit. Like yo, come on, Tissa, what the fuck, man? You fucking up. You my rep is on the line. My rep is on the line here. You heard me? Man, my rep on the line, man. You out this bitch making me look bad. Cause you out that's why she be hiding them. I know a lot about Sister Towers.
Whether they want it.
I know a lot about her. I know she's a real estate agent. I know she got several properties. I know where her properties are based out of. Cause I've been looking. Cause I don't think she organic. I don't think she organic. You know what I mean? And she invests in specs. Her company invest in a lot of man. She ain't organic.
You see it or not, saw my armed guards from the day I arrived to the day I left.
They say she from California, but she on the West Coast. They say she from California, but she not black though. Let me tell you what this tells is. She ain't black. She probably got like a little black in her. I mean, I guess you could say she black, but I don't think she grew up with us. She ain't grow up with niggas. I can tell you that shit for certain. Um, Her last name was fucking her middle name is Azor, for one. Hold on. Very sure, y'all. So look, do this look like a black? This is this a black woman? Az- Jacqueline Azor Cubanoco. Cubunco. Her last name is Cubunco, man. That's her last name, Cubunco. I don't know any Cubuncos, you know. Yeah, I don't know any black people with the last name Cubunco. What else? That was her maiden name before she got married. And she in her 40s. She's a residential appraiser. All right, I ain't ready to keep going on what she do for in her life. I'm just saying, I don't think she organic. It does matter. It does matter if she black because she's making her career off of slandering black people. It does matter. See, that's that dumbass shit, yo. It does matter if she's black. She made her career off of slandering black people. Did she have anything? Has she done a video with anything nice to say about a black American that she speaks on so frequently? All I ever see her do is slander. No, that's her last name. That's her last name. Her last name is Kabunko or some shit. I'll spell it for you because I don't know how to pronounce it. It is. Well, her last name is McKinney right now. But her last name before that was Cabunoc. That was her last name before that. Can y'all see that? She just a problem, man. Like, she's a problem and she's a cancer in the community, man. Like, yo, to sit back and sway all them people with them lies was ridiculous, man. You know what I mean? And for her to need armed guards, that lets you know she's doing something wrong. It was other people in that courtroom that wasn't in agreement with Diddy. They wasn't Diddy supporters. They didn't have bodyguards. For her husband to even think she need bodyguards. So for her to think she need bodyguards, that shows that she's doing something wrong. Yeah, well, see, I don't know what else she did. I seen her do the same shit to Kanye. Yeah, she had guards. You ain't see the video? She had guards, two of them. She ready to address a lot of the bullshit. But I don't want to hear none of that. I want to know why you lied. All she did was a whole bunch of deflecting.
Day I arrived to the day I left. Some days I only had one armed guard because the other one might have been sick, but that was not right. My man had two armed guards on me at all times during the trial. So I was
Why
never.
But Angelica, what made it a lines then? Why was it a lines then for everybody? Why was it a lines then for her? Obviously, it had to have been for a reason. Why was that situation the lines then? Because going into the trial, most people believe what she was saying. Because she wasn't the only one saying it, so it's just her. Going into the trial, most people believe the narrative. So why was it toxic? You understand what I'm saying? Why would that situation be the lines then? When everybody was going into it with the same mind frame. She made it a lines then by reporting lies, man. She reported lies. She didn't cover the defense side of the story. She only gave y'all the prosecution. Yo, prosecutors lie. Yo, I don't never take the prosecution side of the story. because their job is to lie. Their job is to sway public opinion. Their job is to convince you that this person is guilty by any means. By any means. Ain't nobody, it's not about tearing, yo, she tearing people down. What you mean? I ain't nobody trying to, if she start telling the truth, I'd never speak about her again. You understand what the fuck, bitch? If she stopped telling lies, I would never speak on her again. Like, yo, she done told 3,000 lies. I ain't even exaggerating. She lied every time. She lied in this.
In any danger. Even that last day, all right, that everybody wants to talk about. I know y'all saw the live streams. You guys, what you
Now,
didn't
look.
see were there.
Nah, I did a live yesterday. I did no. Actually, she is good. She's she's actually great at what she do, because that seems like to me that's her job. Her job is to slander. Her job is to control the narrative. Her job is to spin. Her job is to manipulate. So she's actually serving her purpose. I just disagree with it because I'm in the truth. You understand? I ain't really out this bitch trying to, like, she keep her people on the ledge. Right now they still on the ledge. Right now her people, look, let's go at people in the comments. They still believe her. Like, she's been proven. Yo, she did a live and said, yo, it looks like to me that they got Diddy guilty on 4 counts and they struggling with the RICO. I did a live that same day and said, yo, that is not the truth. Because if they found Diddy guilty on 4 of the 4 of the 5 counts, then he's automatically guilty of the RICO. She knew this. She in the courtroom. No, it's not her opinion, Kelly. You ain't hear what I just said? She's in the courtroom. She knows this. She got sources. She got legal sources like I do. we both got legal sources. Yeah, but my legal sources told me she's fucking lying. I don't know. She need, yo, go over there and Tissa tells and tell her from now on, Tisa, make Keep It G News your legal source. If she make me her legal source, I'd never speak about it again. You know what I mean? From now on, Tisa tells, when she say sources, just know she was talking about Keep It G News. You feel? Whenever she talk about her sources, be like, oh, she talking about Keep It G. But then that's when the truth gonna start coming out, cause I ain't out this bitch lying.
Were 2 armed guards stopping anybody
Oh,
from jumping
shit,
on me. Now let me just say this. I can 100% handle myself. But I do want to say this. It was traumatic. But not for the reason you guys think. Have you ever been confronted with breath so bad that you can see them?
What makes me credible? I ain't lied yet. I ain't lied yet. The narrative, yo, for the people that watch my channel and watch the coverage of Diddy, the narrative that I was presenting about the trial is exactly what happened. I told people 7 months ago, probably longer, that yo, Diddy freaked off with his girlfriends. I said that 7 months ago. Look, Frank Matthews was here. Diddy freaked off with his girlfriends. They didn't freak off with it. Sharice was here. One, like, you see the people that's here? That's what makes me credible. Because you seen it play out in court. Like, y'all new here. Like, I'm not one of them ones that just jumped on. You can go back 8 months ago when I was telling y'all, yo, this case garbage. This ain't no RICO. I had a bet on the situation about the RICO. This ain't no RICO. They trying to take him down. These people lying. This is a lie. That's a lie. This a lie. This a lie. And that's what was going on over here. Yeah, but he didn't sex traffic either. He didn't sex traffic them women. Them women sold their soul, man. And Diddy brought it. If you sell, hey Kelly, if you was to sell your soul, it's gonna be people that want to buy that shit. You feel me? if Kelly, if you decide to wake up one morning and your soul is for sale, and you put that bitch on the black market, it's gonna be people wanting to buy that shit, and that's what this was. That's all it was. Is that a crime? Is that a crime, yo? Like I asked that. I asked that. I don't think they have a. I don't think they have a statutory. A statute. I don't think they have any laws against soul selling. Jay funny as shit. Yeah, for straight up though. Like man, motherfuckers buy that shit, man. You know what I mean? Ain't no low, ain't no, yeah, ain't no laws on soul selling, man, and soul buying. You know what I mean? And Cassie sold her soul, Jane Doe sold her soul, and just because Diddy brought it, he should be charged for that. Fuck no, they should be charged for selling it. Soul shouldn't be for sale, man. You know what I mean? Your soul shouldn't be for sale. Oh my gosh. Diddy didn't off no Biggie, Tupac, and Wolf. Man, y'all is crazy. Let's listen to Tisa Tell's finish line.
Coming around the corner, breath's so bad that you can literally.
Now she talking about Ratchet TV. Now I think Ratchet TV is a bozo. I don't think Ratchet TV has any room to speak on anybody's integrity at all. Like, I was surprised to find out it was him that said something to her. But like I said yesterday, somebody definitely should have said something to her because the work that she was doing was egregious. Like, yo, it was lies. It wasn't opinion. It was lies. Yeah, I've been calling Tissa Tell's lies. How long have I been calling? I think I the one created the name. To be honest, how long have I been calling her Tissa Tell's lies? I think I'm the one that created that name. Either me or Jaguar Wright. Hold on. Oh, so I only been calling her that for 5 months. Yeah, so for 5 months I've been calling her Tissa Tell's lies. You ain't lying, one love. And we've been chilling for like the last hour and a half.
Until now, game changer. They have a wire trimming head that's universal. It's going to fit any weed.
That you can literally. They enter the room 2 hours before they do. I do not know what's going on, but when these young men decide, and it's always the ones that want to hit women, abuse women, but then they see 2 armed guards.
Now, his ass got his own domestic violence issues. Like, I think Ratchet TV's a clown. Like, I don't even got no respect for yo, for real. So I agree with her on this Ratchet TV, nigga.
Standing around, and they think again, yes, B, you thought. However, can I just say this? It's always the young men that, or I use that term loosely, or old men that are washed up and mad that they're not young men anymore because somehow, I don't know. My daddy always said, watch out for men that resent stuff, right? And this is the most traumatic thing. You guys talking about, oh, Tisa, you could have been hurt. Baby, first of all, I can handle myself. Yes, it was disconcerting to see a grown man yelling and crashing out, hoping they could rip me apart, but they can't because there's 2 armed guards that my man got me because I guess he knows what evil lies in the hearts of men. I thought he was just being overprotective, but apparently...
I don't think that he actually wanted to put hands on her. I think that he just wanted to, call her out for the bullshit to her face. And that's fair. I mean, I don't think he wanted to put hands on her. I think I don't think he wanted to do that. Yeah, she be lying like a motherfucker.
Protect me. Anyway, back to the dragon breath, right? They screaming and yelling. Even my armed guards are like, oof. What the heck? It looked like somebody opened up a urinal, like a porta potty, got tipped over, right? And the thing is, and I just want to put this out as a PSA. I know a lot of people rub their two little pennies together to get some grills. And maybe they got some grills because they think the youngins are going to be like, oh my God, he got money. And maybe some women might think you got money until you open your mouth to talk or scream or yell and crash out, and it smells like a porta potty hitting me in the face. Baby, forget about the word.
Yeah, she talking about Ratchet TV. I ain't gonna lie. Yo too old to be getting fronts. Now my shit permanence. But yeah, she talking about Ratchet TV.
Forget about the fist. The breath was like pow, pow, pow. I literally was like, ugh. In the breath, pow, 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 pow. Even the security was like, God damn, like what is going on?
Yeah, a lot of people did say she was a problem. She tried to get Sean G kicked out of court. I think she gonna address all that. I know what I want to see. I want to see a birth certificate. I want to see her parents. Like fuck all that other shit. If she showed me a picture of her parents, I'm good. I want to see your mother and your father and your grandparents. Then we can move on to the lies. But I think we need to see that first. Everybody else you can Google and they got pictures of their parents. Like they got pictures of their everything. You know what I mean? You can't find nothing on this girl. I really had to dig deep to even find out the information I did find out on her.
You got the
Somebody
money
else
for the
found it for me, for real.
bills, but it's like getting like I said, it's like buying a house and you can't afford a gardener. I know we only have to get our teeth cleaned every 6 months or so, which equals out about to once a year, give or take. But if you are going to get grills, you need to be in that doctor's office, the dentist's office, at least every 2 or 3 months, getting it irrigated. If you cannot afford that, buy a water pick. They are $34.99 from Amazon. I swear to you, buy a water pick. Again, that was the most traumatic thing that happened to me. Pow, pow, pow. Just like a mess of a porta potty. I was like this, like, what the hell? Argument.
Yeah, I want to get to the lies. And she says she's not lying, but she is lying.
Slide down the side of my face.
And the reason why I say she lies because for everything that she reports, it was paperwork that was refuting it, and she wasn't reporting that. And if you covering cases, you know the prosecutors lie. Yo, I don't ever cover a case from the prosecution point of view, ever. You'll be a fool to. You'll be a fool to, man. You'll be a fool to cover the case from the prosecution point of view. If you know anything about the system or know anything about law, you know that these people will make up a narrative so motherfucking fast. They will coerce witnesses. They will falsify evidence. Like, this is things that they do. This is known. But what happens is she don't know because she more than likely never been in trouble. More than likely she don't even have people in her family that been in trouble. So she don't know about the system. But she's too loud to be speaking that way and don't know nothing. You understand what I'm saying? That's what makes her a problem. When you speak on things that it's totally out your league. Yeah, you're a good speaker. Yeah, she's good at swaying public opinion. She's great at it. I actually think Tisa Tells is good at what she do. It just doesn't coincide with what I do. You understand? I'm more about truth. Making sure the narrative is correct. She's more about clicks, views, glamorizing, mischaracterizing facts. Like that's what she does.
Make me disappear. And the gag is they can't sue me for ish either. These people are highly unserious losers, and they sit behind their screen talking Billy Badass, probably stinking up their whole room with their infected yuck mouth grills. Listen. But that's the thing, y'all. They tried to steal my shine, but they didn't steal my shine. I'm still here. I literally took a day off. Listen. Again, listen, you're welcome. The fact that they need my name for clicks, the fact that I am the best content they ever had, you're welcome. What?
She definitely ain't close to the best car. I mean, we done had a lot of fun with her. I ain't gonna lie. We done had some fun lives. I was talking about Tisa Tell. But the best content, nah, he ain't the best I've had. Like I do real videos. You know what I mean? Like that is documentary style. Lately we just been doing lives because I've been working and shit and I ain't been having time to do no uploads. But we definitely had some fun over this bitch. No, I don't think they're gonna sue her, yo, because she was reporting. I don't think she can be sued because she was reporting information that was coming out, and it wasn't. She wasn't the. I mean, well, this the Diddy snitcher shit. That was her narrative. She created it. The Diddy taking the plea deal, that she created that narrative too. So yeah, he probably can sue her for some type of defamation.
Can I say it's up? You're welcome. The face, the hair. I say are gaming you. They want again.
All right, here we go.
What else? What else? What else? These people are
Man,
dumb.
shoot
I
that
took
line.
some notes. These people are bums and losers. Don't pay them any mind. You guys, they are gaming you. They want the click. They want the views. Do
Yeah,
not.
but the funny thing is, no, we not. She's gaming you. You see, that's what I say. She's good at what she does, yo. Like she's twisted the narrative. That's why you had so many people coming over here like, yo, what you mean? What she lie about? She's gaming you. I ain't gaming you. I ain't got time to be gaming you. You feel me? I'd rather just stick to the facts and keep it real. But she's gaming you for certain.
Take them seriously on my behalf. They are losers. They are jokes. They are trying to get you guys to click on a rage bait.
Now Ratchet TV is a loser. Yeah, he's a joke. Now I don't know if she talk about me. I think she was talking about me when she talk about her integrity. Cause I don't think nobody else said she was going to get into a freak off with Diddy. I think that came from Keep It G News. Yeah, right. I think you know, but I heard this from my sources though, so I ain't make it up. Just like she heard things from my sources. My sources told me a long time ago, well not long, it was probably like a couple weeks ago, that Tissa Tells and Diddy was in negotiations for a welcome home freak off event. 3 days, you know what I mean? At a venue of her choice. Matter of fact, I think it was gonna be at the International. You know, because she was so invested on the International hotel situation. And it's supposed to be in the same hotel room that Cassie was in. Like it's supposed to be crazy, y'all. They might live stream it.
Because you guys are busy defending me because I don't play around y'all the way y'all don't play about me. They're trying to get that click so they can get money for the dental cleaning because clearly they're overdue by 3 years. Listen, I don't care. Let them talk their stuff. These people are bum losers. Okay, so listen. And they are bum losers, and you guys do not think, and they know. That's why when we were face to face, they didn't have shit to say, right? They didn't have shit to say. They didn't have shit to trust me. I'll get into that story. But the whole point of the matter is
Say that right.
they are bum losers, and they're like, you guys, you can't actually think that I'm not scared of them. I'm not. The most traumatic thing that happened was being confronted with their breath. I'm not scared of them at all.
Well, King
okay?
Nights featuring
They are
Tissa Tells
gaming
coming
you.
soon. Live streamed on Twitch. They posted live streaming on Twitch, y'all. You don't want to miss it. If you think that Cassie video was something special, I'm talking about the one that the Indian guy was talking about where he's saying it. He was trying. That nigga say in the video, he was saying, you know, I'm a good guy. You know, I'm a good guy. Give me a hug. I was like, God, I want to see that video. Whatever video that Indian guy seen that was talking to Cassie, I want to see that bitch. I promise you, I need to see that immediately because the way he was acting after he seen it was crazy. You heard me.
Them at all, okay? They are gaming you. They just want clicks. They just want views. Don't give it to them. You don't got to defend me. And they don't got the power to take away ish at all. All right? Listen. So where is it? Okay. Again, what's the thing? I'm a federal informant or I'm paid by the SDNY. That's right. Here's my employee ID, guys. The SDNY saw my investigation into Quilla Robinson, my expose of Shyman and Portia. I mean, I've done a lot. My rousing coverage of Kim Kardashian, and they said, you 2.5 years early, before we even start the investigation, we're going to go to your channel and we're going to pay you to read court records against. Man, I can't. This is why, you guys, this is my employee ID. This is why you do not take these losers. Listen, I do not take them. I do not take them seriously, right? They are lying in your face and playing with you for views. Now let's talk about something, right?
I ain't lie, y'all. Like I pointed out several lies that she told, and y'all all heard her say it. Cause I heard her say it. Like I said, I've been calling to tell lies for 5 months. For 5 months, we have been breaking down, off and on, the lies that she has been telling on this Diddy case. So for people to come over here after witnessing the case and still say, no, that was just her opinion, when I just read to y'all documents that refuted her opinion, and she didn't read these documents, and she read it like she was more invested in the case than I was, or just as invested in these documents. She was getting them too. If when I start calling Tony Busby a liar, let's see when did I start? I got a whole live saying Tony Busby was an extortionist. She was over that bitch telling y'all Tony Busby just dropped a bombshell on Diddy. In December of 2019, look at this. Jay-Z, look at this title. I know it's backwards. Jay-Z being shook down by a dirty lawyer. December 9th, 2024. December 9th. December 9th, 2024. I would say Tony Busby was a liar. She been touting and reading Tony Busby lawsuits all the way up until let me tell you when she jumped off Tony Busby bandwagon. Let me see. February. This is when she jumped off Tony Busby bandwagon. In February of 2025. I've been saying since December, was it December? Of 2024 that he was dirty. She knew that. Because I knew it. It was in documents. Like I wasn't just making shit up. I was reading paperwork explaining why he's dirty. Yeah, Nancy Grace ain't no good. Yeah, she dirty. She know what she did. She know what she did, man. And she just trying to manipulate her people again. And y'all still believing it instead of calling out for lying.
For views. Now let's talk about something, right? That they keep talking about. This whole line thing. All right, let's talk about the lines, because apparently I work for the SDNY and I'm a federal informant because I cut a line. Now, first of all, let me just say, Tisa don't cut no line. See, I'm like 80%, actually 100% of the haters, right? And this isn't for all the YouTubers because first of all, y'all saw me every day
first and foremost, y'all telling the truth, not hating. They're telling the truth, not hating. Like it may be some people hating on her. I ain't hating. I'm just telling the truth. I just want people to know what you watching. You know what I mean? Just know you watching the show. Like I ain't here to say yo don't support her. I like her. I support her. I watches her. But I watch her for laughs and giggles. You feel me? Like I don't watch her for truth. Yeah, man, we watch her over here at Keep It G News. We support Tissa Tells because Tissa Tells is fucking hilarious. The amount of lies that she tell and how she spins narratives is nothing short of amazing. You understand what I'm saying? Like grade A, grade A spinning. She like the baby whack 100. But for truth, no, we ain't watching her for no motherfucking truth. Hell no, we be fucking stupid.
Live, in line, and outside of court. Every day. I realize the people that came late to think, but
She mad
first of
because
all,
they
it's
like calling out.
objectively a lie. But let's just do this, right? There were YouTubers and content creators and media, obviously media, like myself, who were there the first day of the actual trial. I did not come during the
I don't
jury.
hear. So she's trying to. So I guess people are saying, how the fuck did you get this press pass? Like she had her own little area. No other YouTuber had that. But I don't care nothing about none of that. Because that's not even important. I want to know, why was you mischaracterizing facts? Intentionally. You was intentionally mischaracterizing the facts. You wasn't reporting on the defense point of view. And I told y'all, we don't believe our victims. Everybody ain't victims, y'all. Cassie wasn't a victim, man. If Cassie was anything, Cassie was a co-conspirator. I told y'all a while ago that if anybody was a victim, it would be the sex workers, because they was the ones that was preyed upon. Then you got the sex worker come out and say, man, I was a victim of sexual assault by Cassie Ventura. I said that shit probably 3 months ago. No, it wasn't 3 months ago. The trial lasted for 3 months. I said that probably, week 3 of the trial. And people that's over here can vouch.
Than a lie. But why were they crashing out over it? Because these same people, ask yourself why all these haters, right? Ask yourself why they all had the same talking points. To the point they're like, well, so-and-so and so-and-so and so-and-so said it was A and B. Why does everybody have the same exact talking point? Because they took the Diddy deal. And if I firmly believe.
Now we got the Diddy deal. Like, I don't know what the fuck that means. I know. At one point, I think I was the only person on the internet. At least one of them. It wasn't a lot. It wasn't a lot of people from the beginning telling y'all that this case was bogus. So whatever Diddy deal, you know what I mean? They got relayed to the people there during the trial. Then I ain't had nothing to do with that. Cause OG, you been saying, I've been saying this I'm not saying nothing different than I said 7 months ago. Now for the new people here, it might be news to y'all, but for people that be here every day, I've been saying this shit since the beginning before the trial started.
I believe that if I had taken those transcripts, I heard from other people too. When you take the transcripts, they start offering you other little things to spice up your life. They offer you opportunities. They offer you money. They offer you things to work together. They offer ways it can be a long-term thing. Baby, like I said, there is nothing you can give me nor take away. There is no place you can invite me or disinvite me from. There's no list you can put me on or take me off of.
She got motherfucking price. When Diddy come home and Diddy offer her motherfucking couple $100,000 for this freak off, she gonna take that shit. I don't give a fuck what she talking about. She gonna take that motherfucking money. Cause she really wanna do the freak off for free. The money would just be an extra little incentive. You know what I mean? They say Diddy use money to control people. It's gonna be like one of them type of situations.
Ever make me sacrifice my integrity. I don't care if I'm wrong or right. I mean, when I'm wrong, I don't know I am, but I will always stand.
She caught herself. Let's do it again.
Sacrifice my integrity. I don't don't care if I'm wrong or right. I mean, when I'm wrong, I don't know I am, but I will always stand on what
Hey, Joe, explain to me, right? How did he gonna catch 10 years to 20? Like, explain that to me logically. How can the judge justify giving Diddy 10 to 20 years for transporting prostitutes across state lines for sex? Please tell me that, y'all. Has anybody ever caught 10 to 20 years for that? Show me a case. Fuck that. Give me a case where a person caught, not just any person, a first time offender. Give me a case where a first time offender caught 10 to 20 years for transporting prostitutes across state lines. The Mann Act. The Mann Act by itself is not going to get Diddy 10 to 20 years. Who the fuck is that? Man, come on, man. It right, OG, it don't even make sense. Yo, Diddy is facing 20 to 27 months. That's it. That's it, man. He's facing. Come on, y'all. Let me put this motherfucking time on. He's facing 20 to 27 months. Yo, the federal government got guidelines, man. They're not gonna run the 10 years consecutively. There's no reason to do that. No, yo. The charge carries 10 years. That's the maximum. Both of them charges carry 10 years. But the feds have guidelines. The guidelines go off a point system. It's a point system. Aggravated factors and things like that. When it comes time for sentencing, all this abuse and sex trafficking, that can't have no burns on the judge's decision making because he was found not guilty for that. So Diddy can only be judged off of transporting prostitutes across state lines. Yo, do you think he deserved 20 years for that? Yo, can you imagine getting 20 years? Because, and we ain't talking about money. It'd have been different if Cassie was getting paid. There's no money involved. We talking about strictly sexual gratification. Yo, do a man deserve 10 to 20 years for that? Like, I can't believe so many people even cool with that shit. Like, yo, what? They gave him for violation. Yo, he's not going to no state. Yo, what are y'all, like, yo, y'all still doing that? Yo, but you have sentencing guidelines, man. You have sentencing guide. There's no minors in the case, PK. We talked about that earlier. I showed y'all where the lie came from. I read in paperwork that it was a lie. It's no lie. Yo, Diddy not getting there. Why y'all saying? Yo, y'all is tripping. Yo, can y'all listen to me, yo? Like, I'm not lying to you. Like, I'm not over here trying to sell you a book. I ain't over here trying to sell you. I'm just trying to give you the truth. Diddy guidelines is 20 to 27 months. That's it. That's it. He can get less than that. But there's no way the judge be able to justify giving him more time than that. No way. Here's 0 point offender. Guilty of what though, Laura? I know, Rogue, like it's crazy, but it's like the sentencing is justified. He haven't been sentenced yet. Yo, 10 to 20 years? If they was to give Diddy 10 to 20 years, yo, fuck yeah, that'd be crazy. I've been locked up before, Joe. Yo, if they was to get Diddy 10 to 20 years, yo, that would be crazy, man. There's no kids involved, Laura. You just watch the whole trial, and you ain't hear nothing about no children, and you still saying it's children. There's no Diddy tapes, Nick. They didn't get any tapes from Diddy house. More than likely, Diddy probably got inside information. And got if he did have tapes, he probably got rid of all the bitches. Oh. They didn't get no tapes. Y'all think if they had tapes in Diddy house, y'all don't think they would have released them? Shit tired. Hey, Joe Jackson. Y'all don't think they'd have released them? That's what it's saying, like, bro. Thank you, Cassie provided the tapes. Yeah, I don't know anything about no adopted girl. Why everybody keep asking about Diddy's adopted girl? Let's find out. Let's look into that, because I never even paid that shit no mind. But people keep saying, yeah, what about the adopted girl? Diddy adopts Ava. Sean Combs did not adopt a child named Ava. The search results indicate that he raised Quincy Brown, the son of his former partner Kim Porter's son, Justin Dior Combs, and Missa Hilton Brim, in Madison. The daughter of Missa Hilton Brim with JoJo Brim, Quincy Brown was raised by Diddy after his mother, Kim Porter, began a relationship with Combs. Diddy didn't adopt no child named Ava. Diddy never legally adopted daughter despite past claims before. It says Sean Combs wasn't serious when he said he adopted a girl named Ava Barona in 2022, according to 2020, according to TMZ. The site reported Monday that the music mogul, who recently was arrested and hit with sex trafficking charges, was never the legal guardian of the person he alleged was his adopted daughter in 2020. Sources told the news outlet that the video from 4 years ago where Combs 54 said that he was Ava's adopted father was a skit. It has been overblown by concerned fans. Combs then said he adopted the white child as Ava, while other men appeared in the background. Jokingly explained that she was on the streets before Papa Combs decided that he was going to be a caring man. So then he saw me and decided to pick me up and said, come inside and stay with his kids. Ava said, revealing that she's basically sisters with Combs' twin daughter, Jessie and Delia. You know, they was friends of his daughter, man. They his daughter friends, y'all. Like, what are y'all talking about, man? Didn't adopt the girl, man. See, more lies that y'all probably getting from all these lying-ass blogs.
What I think is the just and right cause. And if I think something is just and right, there is nothing you can give me to ever make me change my mind or say anything that could help some demonic stuff move around, right? And this isn't me being righteous. It's just the way but the way I am is the way y'all are. Like that's just what it is.
Hey, Nick, Diddy ain't snitching on nobody, yo. Like, what are y'all talking about? Yo, why y'all keep listening to that nonsense, man? Now, how many times I gotta tell y'all? Diddy ain't snitching. Hollywood ain't going down. I did videos talking about that months ago. This is not to take down on Hollywood. Yo, this was a beef that Diddy had with Diageo. That's what this was, man. This was Diageo showing Diddy that you're not bigger than the program. And we're going to weaponize the federal government to take you down. And we're going to on our payroll to make false allegations on you, to slander your name, slander your image. That's all. That's what this was, yo. That's what this was. That's what the whole case was about. It was about slander. Even if you do win, you'll never be looked at the same. That's all it was, man. Well, nothing more, nothing less.
Right? The way I am is the way y'all are. We are family. Like, no. And you know what? I'm not even going to put myself in that situation to be compromised. I know I was supposed to be reading Bible, but I listened close enough.
She definitely compromised.
When they were, sorry guys, make it comfortable. I listened close enough when they were preaching about the Bible. No, that's a slippery slope. No, I do not want these daily $2,000 a day transcripts. That means at the end of it, a karmic bond after 30 days, $2,000 a day. You've given me $60,000 worth of documents. And it wasn't just YouTube content creators. It was journalists. It was reporters. It was a lot of people.
So she's saying,
that, right?
So she is saying that Diddy defense team was handing out transcripts. It was handing out transcripts and telling people what to say. Well, I wasn't at the courtroom, so I don't know who she's talking about. And all the shit that I seen was people. Yeah, it's definitely cat bully. Yeah, right. Most of the people I seen that was in the courtroom, they had the same narrative because they was watching the same trial. Like her shit was the only one that was way out. Like from Lauren, from infamous Sylvia, like all of these women came into this trial thinking that Diddy is done. This shit's ready to get bad. But once they went to the trial, they heard the evidence and they said, hold up, maybe we wrong. Tisa Tells is one of the only ones that stood on the bullshit. A lot of women sat in that courtroom and say, this is bogus. Like, what the fuck is this? You feel me? She stood on that shit because she's gonna die on that hill. She's gonna die on that hill. What's up, Don?
So Diddy's team, right? I think they tried it. And a lot of people were taking it. And they weren't even reading the transcripts. How lazy is that? Diddy's team would tell them, this is the part you need to focus on in the transcript and send it out like a daily news blast. Now, I would say if y'all are that dummies on Diddy's payroll, Diddy's PR thing at least asked for some money. But I heard there was a lot going on the Diddy side. I didn't even let them. Now, funny enough, first they tried to be nice to me. And when that didn't work, because you know me, well, y'all don't know me, but I'm very, very, yeah. But when it comes to you trying to make me in any way bend my integrity, that's when I put up the hard line, right? But I'm still very...
Her integrity has been compromised. Like, I don't think her platform has anything to do with integrity. Because like I said, she lied, like it wasn't her opinion. They was blatant lies. It was blatant lies, man. Like, I can say that firmly because she was just as invested as I was, and our narratives was different. And we was reading the same information. Like I said, tell Tissa Tells that, Keep It G News got an offer. Whenever it come down to criminal cases, here be your source. Because these legal sources that she got, or I don't know what the fuck, they must ain't got law degrees. Her legal sources ain't been to law school, y'all. Because I don't know how they came up with this narrative that Diddy was done. When everything I seen say, this case is flimsy as the bitch. This bitch like a motherfucking boomerang. You can, this shit was flimsy. That is what she said.
Hi, genial, but I know to stay away from you. After that happened, right? Then they tried to create an incident to get me kicked out of court. We'll talk about that later. We'll talk about that later, but let me get back to that list, okay? And then we'll get into that. So the list.
Yeah, I forgot she did say that. She did say she believed all the victims, and it was obvious that they lied. She didn't even report on the lies. Cassie lied, Mia lied. What my man Sean G say? Don Richard lied 13 times. Like she didn't report on none of that shit, man. And she was in the courtroom. These niggas was in the overflow. So she had a better chance of hearing the evidence than anybody.
Hi, if you guys are just joining, my name is Tisa. I work for the FBI branch of YouTube. Y'all saw my edges reverting in 90-degree New York. Here's my employee ID. I work for the FBI branch of YouTube. Even though y'all saw my edges reverting in 90-degree New York humidity, there are still doubts on whether I have 4 black grandparents. I don't know what this feeling of being insulted.
Yo, she keeps talking about her grandparents. What the fuck is it? I want to see a picture. I believe she do have some black grandparents. Yo, but that ain't got shit to do with anything that we got going on. Who's your parents? Where they from? What island? Are they FBA? Is Tisa tells is your family descendants of slaves? I want to know. Show us a picture. I want to see her parents, mother and father. I want to see her mother and father. New indictment is not coming. That's all she can say. I got 4 black grandparents. So what the fuck does that mean? What the fuck is your parents? It say she an actress. It say she an actress on her on the shit when you look up. It do say she an actress. Anthony, ain't no new charges coming. That's another lie. She said that too. She said it might be state charges coming. That's another lie. So we not already point out 6, 7 lies just on this live.
Offended or just loud? You guys, again, one thing I can say from this is I do appreciate you guys never playing about me. Again, I'll say it a million times. I don't play about y'all. But you guys stop giving these haters clicks and views because that's what they want. They want to get a fund to get their teeth irrigated. They want to get a fund to get that yuck mouth. I don't understand how somebody's breath sounds like a porta potty. Clearly, you show you are unloved because nobody close to you is actually telling you what the issue is. No one. Listen, I'm glad God bless me with family and friends that will hold me down, shove Listerine breath mints in every crevice of my mouth while they rush me to the dentist.
We want to hear about the lies. Go through what she should have. If she wanted to, wanted people to believe her, or sway public opinion back her way. Because a lot of people calling out for lies. I ain't the only one no more. I probably one of the ones that been doing it the longest. But what she should have done was go through some of her old videos. The titles. Go through some of them titles, man. Matter of fact, let's check out some of the titles. Let's check out Tisa Tell's titles. Listen to these titles, man. You tell me if you think she's lying or not.
Until now, game changer. They have a wire trimming kit.
Let's go back. We're gonna go back 3 months. We're gonna go back 3 months, y'all. Listen to some of these titles. Key witness in Diddy trial missing. Diddy money involved in huge cover-up. Yo, key witness in Diddy trial is missing. Diddy money involved in huge cover-up. Diddy launches insane new defense. It's over. Diddy's own team just flipped on him. Jay-Z power lawyer Joe Tabacane, what the fuck that nigga name is? Whatever. In talks to represent Diddy. Never happened. Terrence Howard gave fans exactly what they needed to take down Diddy. Fans helped Cassie humiliate Diddy in surprise court move. Feds plans to use relationship with Kim Porter to lock him up. Like, all these are lies, y'all. Look, this Diddy, oh my God, Diddy suing 4 appearances and Fall of Diddy documentary. Feds closing in. Diddy's bags. Look, Feds closing in. Diddy begs for second extension after son allegedly named in lawsuit. Victim found, Justin Combs' name. Now facing major legal troubles. Diddy demands Cassie bank records, claims she was paid off by powerful people. Diddy lost all 10 motions in one day, judge snaps. There we go, you know how we going on the Tissa Tells line as. Cassie humiliates Diddy in court. Judge rejects Diddy's grab 4 emails. All these are lies. Like I said, instead of asking what she lied about, your people need to ask when the fuck did she tell the truth. Diddy rejects humiliating plea deal. Feds double down on minimum life. Diddy claims temporary insanity in new court documents. I didn't see those documents. Diddy trial in trouble before it starts. Every celebrity named in Diddy court documents. Diddy humiliated in court. Judge destroys defense team. I'm just saying, yo. She just be lying, man. Like, repeatedly.
My mouth, why they rushed me to the dentist. Losers hanging out. And then wanting to go live or write articles and wondering why nobody's reading them. They're not reading them because they can tell that you're not in that courtroom, right? So anyway, the overflow room was a vibe, but a lot of these haters, they were not. And again, you guys, I'm not talking about all the YouTubers. There were a lot of YouTubers.
I would recommend someone.
I want to hear about the lies, man. The lies. Why did you say? Why did you say Diddy was molesting children? Like, be specific. She did a whole 2-hour live, addressed everything that didn't matter. Like, all right, you got into the courtroom. Yeah, all right. Why did you say Diddy was molesting kids?
Your channel down. Let me tell you something. Big bums and losers cannot take away what God has built. Y'all saw me from the beginning. I built this channel from the ground. Y'all found me when I was building this from the ground. We started a family, and then y'all helped me build it up, one video at a time, one like at a time. That was honestly the good of the community. Like, that was God's work. I found a community that got me. I go hard for y'all. Y'all got that. This is literally God. They can't tear it down. And even if you take the biblical out of it, these people have no power. You guys stop listening. Just because somebody says it, they have no power. They have no power. They don't even have power to get their teeth cleaned. They have no power. You are listening to someone talk trash from their mama's basement. Stop it. Stop taking them seriously. Because you take them seriously, I think they believe that their lies, it lets them live in like a little dream world until they turn off their computer. And everybody runs away from them because their breath stinks. Listen, they do not have any power over anything. They do not run anything. They do not have the power to ruin anything for me. Tattletales, because y'all been with me for the beginning. Do you know how many people I have pissed off by telling what I consider to be the truth? Diddy's team knows where to find me. Diddy's team was watching my lives more than anyone.
It's definitely projection. She definitely projecting like a motherfucker. Like she trying to make it like everybody else lying. But shit. I don't know what everybody else is doing. I ain't lied on her not one time over this bitch. Yeah, for real. I don't know who the fuck she's talking about. But I ain't told not one lie. Everything I said, she said. Everything I ever accused her of saying, she said it. We watched it. You feel me? Ain't like niggas just making shit up. We watch her videos and we refute them. So I don't know who she's talking about, but over here, keep it your knees. We ain't never lied on her.
Diddy's team tried their hardest several times to get me kicked out of court. I'll get into that in a second. They tried their hardest to get me kicked out of court. Remember the whole marching orders when all these stupid insults were like, Tisa docs federal witnesses. She docs federal witnesses. So let me get this straight. I'm a paid informant. I was paid by the SDNY, but yet I'm doxing witnesses, which the SDNY is. Why would I, if I work for the SDNY, why would I be doxing witnesses? Because that would help. Like, it doesn't make sense. But my whole point of the matter is they tried to get me kicked out of court quite a few times. It didn't work, obviously, because your girl minds her business sometimes, which reminds me, sometimes drinks her water or melted down orange soda. Sometimes drinks her diluted orange soda. Sometimes drinks her water and goes to work for y'all. The thing that you watch me for. You guys not watch me for beef. You don't watch me to hear me talk trash about anybody. You don't watch me, except maybe the slide. But that's different because they was talking about trash about me. But the whole point is, you guys, stop giving these loser clicks and views. From now on, if you hear, I heard Tisa might be alien. I heard she was working for the FBI. I heard literally roll your eyes and ignore it. Act like they that person screaming about the rapture.
She trying to tell us, she know people telling the truth about her, so she trying to tell people, just ignore it. You know, don't watch it. I never say don't watch Tisa Tell. I think Tisa Tell is very interesting. I think she's fucking hilarious at the very least. If she ain't nothing else, she funny as a bitch. You feel me? I do believe that she need to, get a freak off. I think that'll, I think that'll calm her down. I mean, I think she's a little bit too anxious. She like 4 extra or something. I mean, I think a Diddy freak off do it real nice, man. I think it'd do it real nice. I think we'll see a different Tisa Tells after the 3-day event is over. And yeah.
Coming next Tuesday, we don't repent.
Yeah, it's
Roll
wild
your
came next.
eyes at these people. They do not have any power. They don't run anything, baby. They don't have the power to do ish to my YouTube channel. The only thing they have the power to do is make a salacious lie to get y'all to click, because at this point they want y'all to watch and they want y'all in their comments defending me. Don't give them that. Let the bottom fear. Do you know how many real people with money and power I pissed off during the course of, how long has I been on YouTube? 3.5 years? Do you know how many big money, powerful people?
Yo, to amass that following in 3.5 years is crazy. It's crazy. It's damn near impossible.
Celebrities I pissed off. And guess whose channel is still here? In the words of Tisha Campbell, I'm still here. Listen, yard with the rest of the bums and losers. And they are too dumb to know that half the other creators got on the list as new media. Anyway, again, I just listen. I want to say you welcome to everybody because I ran your little numbers up. I know it's hard to take it all. The hair, the face, the bod. When you're staring at a demigod. Again, it is. Listen. And again, this is the last thing I'm going to say. There are literally people mad because I investigate. There are people mad because I have sources. There are people mad that because
She must be talking about me right there. She don't got sources, y'all. Tisa tells, if you watch this video, I will be your source. It's an open invitation. I'm extending the olive branch. You know, I've been right about the Melly case. I've been right about the old block. I'm good with cases, man. I mean, if you want a legitimate legal source, hit Keep It G News, man. Yeah, man. That's the only way you gonna get some fucking truth out this bitch. You feel me? Other than that, them sources that she got right now, they ain't no good. You need to fire every source that Tisa Tells has currently need to be fired. They need to get treated like Jane Dale did when he let Big die on him. They need to be fired and disbarred. You know what I mean? Never to practice law again. They need to go back to being paralegals. like Jane Dale. Jane Dale mad at Diddy because Biggie died on his watch and now he got work at the club let out. Now he got work at the Foxy Lady. That nigga got work at the Gentleman's Club. He can't be a bodyguard no more, so he blamed Diddy. Tisa tells you to do the same thing to her sources because her sources suck ass. If she got sources. My sources are very credible. Tisa tells freak off with Diddy coming soon. Per my sources.
because when I put my ear to the street, it starts whispering. You're mad at that? You're mad? You're mad I investigate? You're mad that I protect people and build trust with people? You're mad that I have empathy and compassion for people and treat them like they are people and not stories? You're mad about that? Okay, I guess, right?
That nigga said, fucking Diddy turn J Dale into a resource officer. Hey, how you dumb as shit? That nigga Diddy turned J Dale into a resource officer, man. Yo, you can't blame Diddy for that, yo. Yo, you can't blame Diddy for that. That ain't Diddy's fault, Jane. Can't blame Diddy for that, Jane. Diddy, what's called died on your watch, yo. Biggie died on your watch, bro. You deserve to get downgraded. You know what I mean? Yeah, what was that movie? I think Martin was in it. Where he was playing a police officer. What the fuck was that movie? Blue Streak. Remember in Blue Streak, right? Where the white cop, I think he shot Martin, and then he couldn't be a cop no more. He had to work security. Yo, that was a fucking. We never knew that. Yo, that might have been a biopic of Jane Dale. You know what I mean? That was Jane Dale life in a nutshell. But instead of him taking accountability for it, he blamed Diddy. Jane Dale, a dirty motherfucker, man. National security, that's what it was. National security. Yeah. That nigga Diddy turned Jane Dale to type flight security. We type flight security of the world, Craig.
The fact that because their little world doesn't work, that's what y'all got. I'm being paid off by the SDNY to do what? Read court documents? Again, hit dogs are gonna holler. Listen. I'm being paid off by the SDNY to what? According to y'all, I dox the victims. According to y'all, I'm cutting in line. But yet I have a VIP seat. But yet I'm cutting in line. But yet I work for the SDNY. But yet I'm doxing victims. Listen. also the best one. You're gonna tell Diddy on me? You're gonna tell Diddy? You're gonna take on my lives? You're gonna tell Diddy? You're looking for transcripts? First of all, the lies. You have over 600 hours. You have to separate them by date and time. YouTube allows you to download a transcript of any lives. And dummy, I heard y'all was looking for me. Diddy's PR team been watching my lives. Diddy's PR team's been. Do y'all not think that Diddy doesn't know who I am? This man was glaring at me in court. Do y'all not think that Diddy don't watch my lives? Baby, say what you want, but I had these streets.
I told you. Diddy try to get that freak off. Then he looked over like, yeah, I'm gonna get your motherfucking ass, Tisa. Watch. First day home, you is mine. You heard me. Yo, look, I told y'all. But I tell you, but my sources don't get me. Yo, my sources is never wrong. My sources ain't been wrong yet. Like her sources is always wrong. What I tell y'all that my sources told me, she just confirmed it. She just confirmed it. I knew Diddy was on the ass. Diddy probably like, yup. First day out. First day out. Get your motherfucking ass, Tisa. We gonna get you on one of these freak off Wild King nights. And we bringing Cassie back. Fuck it. You know what I mean? We bringing Cassie back. We getting that. We bringing 50 Baby Mother. We adding Tisa Towers in the mix. It's going down. And they doing it in the Intercontinental. Trump Towers. They're gonna do it at the Intercontinental. I do it, yo. Y'all see? Y'all thought I was joking. See, y'all be laughing, yo, but I don't be joking. I mean, like, yo, if I say it, there's a good chance it's true, man. Straight up. I mean, TC, all that shit. Look at Hey, yo, she my favorite blogger, man. I can't have a favorite blogger, kid? God damn. It's my favorite blogger, man. Sleep the Tisa Towels, man. You know what I mean? Yeah, we get good laughs out of it, y'all. God damn. If cats fight this up. No, I'm not gonna leave her alone. Until she admits she lied. If she admits she lied and show us a picture of her fucking birth parents, mother and father, then I never speak on it again. Look, kid, you thought I was lying. She just confirmed the freak off with Diddy. Is this not Hey, kid, let me know. Is this confirmation that Tisa tells Wild King Nights Diddy is coming soon?
I think that Diddy doesn't know who lives and dummy.
Hey, kid, let me know, kid. Maybe I mischaracterize it like she do a lot. So I want to make sure I'm in the right, and I don't want to be wrong. I don't want to put out bad information. So let me know, was this her confirming the Wild King Nights?
Allows you to download a transcript of any lives. And dummy, I heard y'all was looking for me. Diddy's PR team been watching my lives. Diddy's PR team's been. Do y'all not think that Diddy doesn't know who I am? This man was glaring at me in court. Do y'all not think that Diddy don't watch my lives? Baby, say what you want, but I had these streets popping.
You heard her? Hey, kid. Because she been lying. Hey, kid, so did she not just come? She said Diddy was glaring at her. Yo, Diddy don't do too much glaring. If Diddy is glaring at you, it's a reason. That means showtime. You know what I mean? I think he was just giving her the showtime look. Like, yeah, I see you. I see you, Ma. What the nigga Diddy from Harlem, right? Don't he say Ma? I see you, Ma. Hey, get your motherfucking ass first day old. Yeah, funny as shit, man. What? Baby girl, all right. Got you.
Concrete, and even then I'll be like, just wait.
I fucked it up.
Stubborn when people try to that thug bully stuff to get you alive. Listen, don't let the sunny disposition fool you. I am my father's daughter. I get real stubborn when people bring it because Diddy admitted it. And once you get guilt under the Mann Act, once I calm down from this is a travesty, I don't think the jury knew it was repurposed to get Smex's traffic. Okay, we'll talk to her. Wait, hang the phone up. Listen, at the end of the day, so what else happened? So again, Diddy's team was trying to get me out of court. They didn't want me to have that live thing. They didn't like the way so many of y'all were tuning in when I was running down to give y'all the 411. Now, listen, we can argue about whether the jury got it right or wrong.
No, they didn't like the way you was reporting.
At the end of the day, Diddy's team is celebrating that.
You see the lie? Y'all catch the lie? They didn't like the way it was this many people. No, they didn't like the way you was reporting it. It wasn't that. You could have had 10 people over that bitch. They didn't like the way that you was reporting the news, Tisa. That's what I mean by she mischaracterized situations intentionally.
Diddy's team is celebrating that what? That they that yay, victory. The Mann Act. Yes, the roots are in racist. It's for white slavery. It's very, very racist roots. However, that law has evolved, and that now is a sex trafficking adjacent thing. They use the Mann Act to prove sex trafficking when they can't prove coercion or fraud. It is a sex crime, and the Mann Act, you can Google this yourself, right? The Mann Act was invented, well, not invented, but it was repurposed to get sex traffickers out of here. Diddy is a 2-time convicted felon. And what's more, and this is the thing, I'm going to go live about it because I have a whole thing to lay out. What's more, Diddy's, you know that like this is like an R. Kelly situation.
Yo, look,
all of the sex workers and even Jane.
She did it again.
Everybody.
She did it again. Yo, Diddy did not get found guilty of sex trafficking. Diddy did not get found guilty of sex trafficking. Diddy got found guilty of transporting prostitutes across state lines for sex. It's not sex trafficking. She's mischaracterizing events again. More lies. That's another lie. She just can't help herself. I think, like, I don't know how her boyfriend or husband, she's married. I don't know how her husband deals with this shit. Like, yo, goddamn, Tisa, the fuck? She probably don't never tell the truth.
Who Diddy under the Mann Act, they can now go back and sue Diddy civilly and get the rest of his money. This because once I calmed down from this is a travesty, I don't think the jury knew just how bad these charges were and what's it going to look like for Diddy in his future and what's it going to look like for Diddy for civil cases and also criminal cases if any of the newest people want to bring it, because Diddy admitted it. And once you get guilt under the Mann Act, you no longer have to prove consent or coercion. All you have to prove is you felt uncomfortable and you didn't want to do it. That's it. And when I say didn't want to do it, it caused you some type of emotional turmoil. I'll get into that tomorrow, or maybe at the end of this live. Let me get back into the what else happened in the courtroom, right? So the second time that I felt like Diddy's team was trying to get me kicked out of the courtroom, there was somebody that works on Diddy's team, right? And they were talking to a content creator. And I walked by them. Everybody had been let out of the courtroom, and there's the elevator banks. If you've ever been to Southern District of New York, there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. There's 12 elevator banks, 6 on each side, right? And in between, it's like the stairwell, and then the other end, you can go to the bathroom on the 26th floor. So it's a wide hallway, and everybody got let out. So everybody got let out. There's 30 people from the public side. There's 30 people from the press side. There's 14 people from, let's just say 15 people from the public side. We're split up into 2 sides, right? This is before there was a new media list, so it was just public, right? So then there's like people that work in the courtroom that came to see, they gave extra. So let's just say there's about, 60 people in the hallway, give or take, because there's other people, and Diddy's family was there too, right? So this person that works for Diddy, I should have known something was up, because that day they had 2 guards by them. And I should have known something was up. But whatever, right? You know me. I'm like, whatever. So I walk by, it's a wide hallway. And thank God people were looking. I walk by. I don't touch anyone. I don't bump anyone. It's a wide hallway. I walk by, and all of a sudden I hear Diddy's person be like, you need to lose some manners. You know, you need to learn some manners. Next time you interrupt somebody's conversation, you need to learn to say, excuse me, and not be so rude. So you know me. I turn my head like, oh, drama, right? Thinking I'm going to give y'all the lowdown. Only when I turn my head like, what's going on? Did I realize she was talking to me. Now in my head, you know, I'm sure in real life I was just like, because there'll be stuff going on in my head, and in real life I'm just looking with this look on my face, right? And in my head I'm like, what is she talking about? So I'm like, what? So I'm like, excuse
Now she playing victim. Like, yo, you don't, like, come on, man. Wanna know what it is? Like, yo, you don't understand why they was reacting like that to you? Like, come on. Like, yo, this girl was crazy, man. And the people that listen to it and can't see through it, I don't know what the fuck life got for y'all. But this girl was out of control. And that bias-ass coverage is the reason that they did that. And they had every reason to, because, like I said, it was evidence that showed the contrary of what she was saying.
me? I think I might even said, are you talking to me? Right? Because I forget about interrupting. I didn't even touch them. It was a wide hallway. I just walked by. Saying, you heard me. You need to learn some manners and say, excuse me. By this time, there are 60 people turned looking. There is press. There are bailiffs. Diddy's family's looking. But it looked like they had smirks. So I'm like, what the hell is going on? What the hell? What the hell-y? So I walk up, right? Never wanted to be punked. I walk up right to them. Because, oh, that's another thing. There's a long distance between us. I walk up to them. And I was like, what, excuse me? And they were like, you interrupted. No, you need to say, excuse me. I said, excuse me for what? You interrupt our conversation. No, I didn't. Now, the other content creator was standing there, was just sitting there. At any time, they could have came in, but this is one of the content creators that was talking to Diddy's team a lot, right? They could have said, she didn't interrupt, she didn't bump up. She was like, you should have said, excuse me. And I was like, but I didn't bump you. You need to learn to say, excuse me, sir. And I said, but I didn't bump you. Now, around the time, the two guys that were at her side were coming forward, right? Now, just hear me out. They were already by her, but they were closing in as if they expected me to jump on her or something. What do you think? I'm 12 years old. Are you insane? Life is too good, and I am too happy to ever raise a hand to someone just based off of an argument. Have you lost your mind? Like, how old are we? 12? And I can use my words. So I was like, but I didn't bump you. But I didn't bump into you. You need to say sorry. I said, but I didn't bump into you. So what am I saying sorry for? Right? Then she says, well, I saw you, still loud as shit. Well, I saw you, and I could tell you was thinking about interrupting. So next time you even think of interrupting, next time you even think of interrupting, you need to say, excuse me. What? And I said, but I didn't interrupt you. But I saw you thinking about it. I said, I don't need you to regulate me. I know how to self-regulate. So what are we doing here? Right? So then she was like, I told you need to say, excuse me. That's when I laughed. And I said, is this a joke? And she said, is it? And I said, is this a joke? What is wrong with you? So then she was like, you were thinking about it. So then
Yo, how is she playing victim like this, though, y'all? Like, yo, she is sitting there playing victim like she don't understand why. Like, man, if that was my motherfucking family, she would have got beaten, that bitch, in the courtroom. You heard me? Yo, if that was my family, yo, and they was listening to this fucked up coverage when it's in the courtroom, and you know that it's a lie, yo, man, that shit probably went down, man. Straight up.
it was like, so then, what did I say? One of us, I don't know who said it first. She might have said, no, when I said I can self-regulate myself, you don't have to tell me. I'm trying to think who said it first. One of us said, well, do we have is there a problem? Like, no, I said it. I was like, what is your problem? So then she was like, do we have a problem? And her two goons moved closer as if to threaten me, right? So that's the way I took it. So then I looked, she's coming right here on me. So I looked down at her and I was like, because I don't know why everybody think I'm 5'2". I am
Right.
Okay, I was about to say I'm 5'9".
Yeah,
I'm
who said what
5'8" and a
first?
half. I am 6 feet in heels. She's like right here on me, right? So I'm like, and so I was like, what is your, no, that's what it is. I said, what is your problem? Because I don't want to say the person's name. I was like, what is your problem? Because prior to that, the last time, and I'll tell you another conversation we have. Hold on a second. So the last time, so I was like, do we have a problem? Because the last time she talked to me, she was trying to be my friend. But that's what I mean about Diddy's team. They try to, in my opinion, bribe you. Then they try to be nice to you. Then they try that thug bully stuff to get you in line. Listen, don't let the sunny disposition fool you. I am my father's daughter. I get real stubborn when people try to bully me. Real stubborn. You are going to have to stomp my head into the concrete. And even then I'll be like, just wait. I am my dad's daughter. And my mama's daughter. I get real stubborn when people try to bully me. I don't like being bullied. And people don't realize about me, if you come and ask me nicely, unless it's me like sacrificing my integrity or my morals, but outside of that, if you come and ask me something nicely, I'll most likely be like, yeah, okay, fine, it's not that serious, right? If it's something that, if you just come and ask me nicely, I'll be like, I mean, it's not that serious. Okay, sure, no problem. But most people don't want to come and ask you with respect because they know if you ask for something from them with respect, they ain't gonna do anything. Like they're not gonna do it. They just want to be assholes, right? But I'm the type of person. If you come to me and ask me for respect, and be like, hey, this and that. I'm not saying you got to humble yourself, but just be like, hey, do you mind? I'd be like, yeah, it's no problem, right? Unless it's my ethics or my morals or my integrity. Then I'm just like, F out of here, right? So anyway, she was like, do we have a problem? The goons moved up, like closed in, as if they expected me. So I looked at her and did the only thing I could do. Do we have a problem?
She's taking long as a bitch to get to the store.
Do we have a problem? So then, like, by that time, like, it was a thing. I was like, do we have a problem? Do we? And then I just laughed, like, this is a joke, right? Don't try to punk me. I don't care what goons you have on your side. Do we have a problem? Let me know right now, right? So then I realized, I am still in a professional environment. I'm trying to be professional. This is not high school.
Oh, so she got
You're not going to see me act out of character. The elevator banks opened right down the hall because I told you it's 12, and I sauntered to the elevator. F out of here. Sauntered to the thing. Now, the funny thing is, this is also the same day they were trying to get me kicked out of court by saying I doxed witnesses. Again, when I say these YouTube campaigns are diabolical, the same day that somehow all the people that met all the time with Diddy's people were saying on the same day at the same time, I had doxed, I had doxed, I had doxed, I had doxed. Putting something up, she doxed, but yet I'm being paid by the SDNY, but I'm violating court order by doxing.
She tried to get Sean G kicked out the courtroom. It's in paperwork. But now she's saying they try to get her kicked out the courtroom. It's in paper that she tried to get Sean G kicked out the courtroom. If I ain't mistaken. Yeah, she is. It looks like she's reading off a script. Keep repeating herself over and over again. And she's reading off a script.
The National Insurance Crime Bureau. Reach us at 1-800-TEL-NICB. That's 1-800-TEL-NICB. Or visit our...
My fucking phone dying. One of these phones gonna die before it's all said and done. Alright, let's try to listen to old Tisa. Tisa tells lies.
Doxing the victims and hurting their case. Okay, right? It's the same day that they tried to get me kicked out over that. And then it's the same day that stupid argument. And the thing was, right?
Oh, shit, I fucked it up. must be tired.
Right? It's the same day that they tried to get me kicked out over that, and then it's the same day that that stupid argument happened over something I didn't even do. And the thing was, right? I thought about it because I be thinking, right? You know me, I'm always like thinking from different angles. And I think what happened was she knew I wasn't gonna fight her. That's not me. Not lady. Let me tell you something. I mean, I can let me just say this. I can handle myself. That's what I'm saying. Y'all don't gotta worry about me. Y'all don't have to worry about me. But even then, I'm too old for that. But if it does come down to that, maybe we can do some we can do some Mortal Kombat if you want, right? We can do some Mortal Kombat if you want. Don't let the sunny disposition fool you, right? But
That ain't happening.
I talk with emotion. But I can sit back and evaluate things too, right? And I think what was going on, there's another incident I got to tell you guys about, but let me just tell you my thoughts and comments on that.
God damn, she
I
was
think
getting
what was
pressed all
going
the
on,
time.
maybe they were hoping that they could provoke me enough that I would try to lay hands on her. And then those two goons could set me straight, because Diddy's family been waiting to swing me around by this yacky ponytail. They've been waiting to grab onto this yacky ponytail.
No, Diddy just want to freak off. I don't know what the fuck she talking about. Diddy didn't want to do none of that. Diddy just want Wild King nights. That's it. That's it and that's all. You know what I mean? They don't want to bring no real bodily harm to him. Just want humble her a little bit. You know, Wild King nights will humble you, man. You know what I mean? That's all he want. He don't want to do nothing crazy to her. At least that's not my sources told me. Like, I don't know. Maybe, you know, my sources told me they just want Wild King night.
They've been waiting, right? So I think they were like, maybe we can incite her to do something, and then we can jump on her and swing her around by this yacky ponytail, right? And then they can write a letter to a judge, not even write a letter to a judge, because that all happened, right? It was a setup. I never touched them, this and that. They can use that as an excuse to get me kicked out of court. Because the last girl that caused the ruckus, she was banned from the courtroom. And all the courtrooms, even the federal courthouse. So I think they thought that if they could incite me to violence, they could get me banned from the courtroom. And then I couldn't go outside and give you my lives anymore. I'd have to sit behind my desk and read what Inner City Press did, which she did a great job. I would have made that amusing, right? Shout out to BJ Investigate. She did that. And she made it she made it come alive and gave a lot of insight. So I would have did that. There was a way I could have stayed home and made money. But I think they were like, oh, they could have laid hands on me, swung me around by this ponytail, and put some work in, right?
Yeah, sure.
But also, then I thought about it, because the best plans have a plan A, a plan B, and plan C. They could have also, think about it, they expected me to be like all these other bloggers, YouTubers, and journalists, not just content creators, but journalists, on-air journalists, reporters, licking their feet. And licking their feet at power. And they expected me to go home and run with the story. Oh my God, you guys aren't gonna believe what happened to me with Diddy team in the courthouse. But no, Again, this is me looking at it could be A, B, or C. Now, what could they gain from that? And this is why I was going through the logical deduction. What could they gain from that? Because I was going to talk about it, and I thought about it. Wait a second. Because I never touched you. And the hallway was so wide, there's no way that you could have thought I bumped in, touched you, or even said anything. You saw me walk by. And thank God everybody else in the court, that's how wide the hallway was. Everybody else that was standing there saw me walk by. And she still went on. It wasn't just an empty hallway. They were with the...
They hit it with the Malcolm X. They hit it with the Malcolm X. Get your head out of my pocket. What the fuck are you talking about? Yeah, they try to hit it with the old school back of backs move. That's crazy. They probably was 3 feet away. Did you just bump into me? That's some New York shit for your ass right there, boy. You heard me. She wasn't nowhere close to her. But she was close enough. At the same time.
Witnesses that were just like, she didn't touch you, because everybody comes out the same way. They would have saw. I was so far away, right? And I was like, what would they have to gain? Well, think about it. Around that time, they want to get me kicked out the courtroom, right? Okay. They want to get me kicked out the courtroom. If I had gone home and I had gone live about it, and I'm like, yeah, you guys, blah, 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 blah. I felt like the next morning, because they're so diabolical, I felt like the next morning there would be in that person's IG comments, yeah, be blank yourself. Don't be messing with Tisa. We gonna blank you. There would be all these burner accounts threatening them. And I feel like from my live, they would have gone in and been like, Your Honor, because of her coverage, she's mobilizing her followers to bully us.
Oh, man. Hey, that girl just wanted to fight. Yeah, man, that's it, that's all. She's wanted a little smoke. She looking way too deep into that. It was not no nefarious plot. She just wanted to fight. And I think she had reason to want to fight. She tripping. See, here she go lying again. God damn. Yo, she lied probably at least 15 times throughout this whole... She's trying to clear her name with more lies. That's all you can do. Once you create a habit of lying, all you can do is keep it going. I mean, you can't then go back and start telling the truth. People look at you. That girl's wanted to fight, Tisa. And you was scared. That's all. That's all I was scared to fight. God damn. It's like the niggas that be getting caught ratting. And now, no, I told on the dead. Bitch, you ratted. No, I didn't even know them niggas. You know, we just stole coats. But they wasn't my friends. Nigga, you a rat, nigga. Just say you told. Shit. Couldn't take my charge.
Yes. So because of that, she shouldn't be in the courtroom, because she's mobilizing and our person and the family doesn't feel safe. I said, yeah, that would make more sense. So in my mind, I'm like, you either were hoping that I would maybe do something and even push her or do something incited the violence, and then y'all could jump on me and mollywop me and beat me and then get me banned from the courtroom because I started it. Or if that doesn't work, you're hoping I need click and I need the view. And I'm gonna run and talk about some drama that happened in the courtroom as if the drama isn't Diddy on the thing. Some drama that's happened in the courtroom for a click and a view. And then y'all can get you those fake trolls in your comments saying, we're Tisa fans, we're tattletales, and we're gonna murk you, blank yourself. And then you go and you can take that to the judge and be like, her fans are harassing us. She's inciting hate. The family doesn't feel safe. We want her out of the main courtroom. That's what I thought was happening. So you know what I did? I said nothing. I said nothing. And I said, when this trial's over, then I'll say something. And this trial's over, now I'm saying something. I did nothing. Because I was like, all this stuff was hitting me at the same time over 2 days. Over 2 days at the same time, this hit me. And I said, yeah, this isn't a coincidence. This is a plan. They have it, and I'm not playing into it. I'm going to stay focused. I'm going to stay professional, and I'm going to report what I see and hear. Now, y'all know I report it from what I report it from what I say. I tell you what the other side says. I say, well, anyway, y'all already know. I'm not going to do a whole Moria.
No, but that's the problem. That's the issue. Like, this whole video should have been about that.
Have you guys ever had this? Crodini. It is the best soda in the world. Yeah.
So she's not even going to address the elephant in the room.
So good. Oh my God, it's so good. There's like 20 different flavors in there. 20 different flavors. Like, I don't know. It's just, There's 20 different flavors. Every time I taste it, I'm like, what is that? Okay, so anyway, right? There's literally 20 flavors in that soda. So anyway, so I was like, no, I'm going to stay focused. I'm going to focus on the case, and I'm not going to be distracted by any of this dumb stuff. And it was low-key insulting, because, like, no offense, do y'all think, like, I'm reporting on Housewives? And I say that I have reported on Housewives before. But I was like, no offense, do y'all think I'm reporting on an episode of, hold on, y'all. My air conditioning is acting up. But no offense, I was like, do y'all think I am reporting on Housewives? And I have. Like, do you think I'm reporting like a fight or some dumb drama that happens? I'm reporting on a case, and it's actually low-key insulting.
Yo, it's like she reading off a teleprompter. Like, yo, she keep repeating herself and keep repeating herself. Like, have y'all noticed that? It's like she'll start a take and a fuck up, and then start it back from the same point. Instead of just, you know, explaining it in a different way. Like, I get it sometimes, because I do it sometimes, but god damn. Like, she did that shit about 6 times this whole time explaining herself. Jesus love you too, man. Shit, I've been live for 3 hours.
Did you guys try to get me, I think, with the okie doke, right? So then there was another time I had a run-in with Diddy's team, right? So Diddy's team, the same one that everybody was running around kissing their butts, right? The same one that everybody was running around kissing their butts. The same one that everybody was having morning meetings with. And by everyone, I don't mean everyone, but I mean all the haters were. There were a lot of content creators, media, of course, and bloggers that were not. That were being like doing their jobs and doing like whatever. I'm talking about the haters, right? That the haters were having meetings with every morning. The haters were doing this, the haters were doing that, right? That was their God, because they thought this was their time to get ahead, to get money for their dental cleanings. But the joke's on you, still yuck mouth, right? So anyway, so, you know.
Yeah, we be throwing that hate word around way too loosely, man. Like, yo, telling the truth, not hating. If people are telling the truth on you, Tisa, they're not hating. Hating is lies, fabrications. Mike said you was hating on Diddy. I mean, the coverage on Diddy could be considered hate. But saying that you told blatant falsehoods, I don't think that's hate. I think that's more along the lines of facts than anything. I don't think we were using that word. I don't think we were using that word right no more.
You know, this was around the time that Cassie's mother had testified, okay? This actually was the day after Cassie's mother had testified. And I'm in the cafeteria, which, by the way, we were not allowed to bring snacks into the courtroom, which I hated, but looking back, they were right, because I know I would have dropped some popcorn on the floor and tried to kick it under the rug, so okay, fine, right? But nobody was allowed to bring snacks into the courtroom. You couldn't eat in the courtroom. The most you could have would be water in the courtroom, and the water had to be in a clear bottle just to make sure that you had water, okay? So I was in the cafeteria, and every single day, I would go and see what the cafeteria had. And no lie, the cafeteria looked like it had yummy stuff in, but I never really had time to eat in the cafeteria. So I would just, but you know me, I'm greedy. I literally am always like, even if there's a buffet in a hotel, I'm not even hungry, and I'll walk through the station all the time, or get a sandwich. You know, there was fresh cut fruit. It was fine, but you know, I think it's common with a lot of like certain hyperactive ADHD, right? Caffeine does not work for us. Like if I drink coffee, I don't get that awake.
Like that
I literally go to being sleepy. Like, you know, when you crash with caffeine.
That's why she sniff coke. Coffee ain't gonna work. She need a little, she need a stimulant. You know what I mean? She need a little extra boost. She go get a little bump of that Tissa. Hot right on YouTube. You know what I mean? That's all she need. One little bump, nothing major. You know what I mean? Nothing. Might not show up in the yawn after a couple days. Get her little nose right. Next thing you know, she on YouTube live. You know what I mean? It's that simple, man. She went from Tissa Tells to Tissa Tells Lies in 0.3 seconds.
You crash really quickly. So instead of making me get awake, it makes me more sleepy, right? And I've talked to a bunch of other hyperactive people. They said it's the same thing for them too. Like caffeine and stimulus just don't work right? It actually calms us down, believe it or not. So anyway, to the point of sleepiness. So anyway, so I'm like, okay, I can't have coffee, but I was like, sugar. And I was like, should I get a Hershey's chocolate bar or the cookies and cream Hershey's or the Hershey's with almond? And I'll be real with you, I really like the Hershey's with almond the most, right? Because for some reason the cookies and cream one gives me a tummy ache. I know you guys don't care, but we're gonna walk through this because this is important. So I was like, I'll get the Hershey's almond bar. And I was sitting there thinking, no, because we're not supposed to eat in the courtroom. And I would try to sneak.
My phone died, y'all. Man, she full of shit. We know you like that motherfucker, Tissa. We know. Yeah, it's written all over your face. My sources said that, y'all. That's not coming from me. You know, that's coming from my sources. Yeah, but she funny as shit though, y'all. I be tripping off her. Yeah, straight up. You said she a fair Charlie. I don't know if she a fair. I think she worked for one of them digital marketing firms. I know she's on YouTube to control the narrative. That's why they prop her page up like that. You know, it takes you a long time to build a following. If you're not building no organic following, no 500,000 people in no 3.5 years, YouTube, unless you running with the play, YouTube ain't gonna allow you to do that. Now I did 1 month. I did like 3 million views or some shit like that. Man, you know, for the next 4 or 5 months, they was dragging my views. They dragged my views down from 3 million to motherfucking 100 and something thousand. You know what I mean? They don't allow you to just go up like that. Fuck no. They gonna play with your numbers. They gonna stop sending out notifications. That's what YouTube does. So when you got these people that do that, you gotta question them. Like, who the fuck is you working for? Because this shit not normal. It's not normal. It ain't normal at all, for real. Yo, but I'm tired as a bitch, y'all. I appreciate everybody that tapped in. I already took my ass in the house. Took my dumb ass to sleep. Oh, what the fuck, raccoons? What the fuck is y'all in the middle of the street for, bitch? Fuck, having a raccoon meeting in the middle of the street. The fuck? I never seen no shit like that before. I wish y'all could have seen it. There's 2 raccoons in the middle of the street just standing there. Look like they was having a conversation. Ready to get ran over and shit. But yo, hit that like button. Make sure y'all subscribe, share the live. If you familiar with Tissa Tells channel, tell her I'm throwing my hat in the ring. If she need a reliable source, it's going. I'm gonna have to charge her though, man. Yeah, man, if she need a reliable legal source, she can reach out to Keep It G News. You know, we still waiting to get the final decision. She keep flip-flopping on the freak off. That's what my sources told me. But we gonna get it done, y'all. One thing about Diddy, you know, he's good at closing deals. So right now, it's still a negotiating phase between the Wild King Knights and Tisa Towers and Diddy. But we're going to get some clarification, yo. Diddy still got about 3 months. Unless they put a bail package together. So we still got 3 months, yo, to, you know, for her to shake on a deal, man. But knowing Diddy, we know how Diddy get. He might not give a whole 3 months. He might give another couple weeks. He gonna pull a rug from up under. But let me know how y'all feel about us in the comments. Appreciate everybody that tapped in, man. It's a dumb day keeping you, dude. In the mouth.